yeah, that would put me above most of your passives.
Hello,
Yeah.
can you...
No.
I have been sitting here talking for ages and my mic hasn't been registering.
Oh no.
Shit.
What have you been saying?
Well, I tried to tell you about the have you got always prepared selected on your spell list? Because that hides my innate spell casting as well.
No, I've got it all disabled. I've just got it organized, as in like the A to Z. So I haven't got prepared selected. I like to see what I got.
Yeah, because if I select the prepared on the filter, I lose all my innate stuff.
No, I leave the filter. I leave the filter blank.
Also, plus 12, I got plus 13.
Can you roll less than a 10?
I
don't have
can't roll
max
less
dex
than a
yet.
10. I can't roll less than a 10, but I got 13 to sleight of hand and stealth. And plus 10 to perception.
You haven't had much itchy fingers lately, though. You haven't stolen anything. I'm surprised.
That you're aware of.
That's
Have
true.
Have you checked your bag recently?
Has everyone checked their bags? Haven't found anything missing? Like I don't know if Rube's been deleting this, taking them off you as I steal them. I hope he has been. I can confirm I've stolen at least one thing from a party member that they do not know about because no one has said boo about it.
That party member does not know about it.
That was a while ago, right?
It was.
Yep.
All right. By the way, we're recording, so don't say anything too unhinged.
So just double checking. So the numbers in grey, that's your passives, right?
Yep.
So I have a passive 20 perception.
I've got a passive 22 stealth.
Wait, are you sure it's passive? I thought that's just the
Passive is 10 plus your
average roll. Oh, it's 10 plus a thing? Okay.
10 plus proficiency if you're proficient, plus your skill set or whatever.
Well, my passive perception is 19.
20 perception, 23 stealth, 23 sleight of hand.
Man.
Sleight of
If
hand
only
and
those
stealth
two
aren't
counted.
really passive.
If only those two
things,
counted as passive.
Yeah.
The only really passive are perception and insight.
Yeah. And
I have a
investigation.
passive insight of 19.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Let me go with the recap from last time. Cool. All right. So last time was pretty, I don't know what you would say, monumental. The power here, the power struggle here in the north was finally overthrown. It started off with the plan, which was to, how do we get our soldiers across the river so that we can set up a defensive or flanking position on the enemy forces so that if a fight were to happen, we can pretty easily outnumber them and crush them. So you guys had the task of getting to the gatehouse down by the massive entrance via the river into Valnoran itself, and bit of a kind of a social puzzle to figure out how you can take both sides of the gate without triggering any alarms. So there was some clever spell uses. Bit of crossing under the gate was quite clever. I hadn't thought of that. Someone was a spider at one point, stealing the alarm bell. It's all pretty good. And then the goal of that was to be able to crack the gates open, allowing the other strike force, which was Barrack and a few of his more breakers, to go and commandeer a bunch of smaller ships that could be led in up the river, lashed together, and form a pontoon bridge across the river so that 1,000 or so of the loyalist troops could come in and take up that position. Kai dropped a massive fog cloud that covered a just ginormous area, absolutely obscuring any view, so you were very easily able to stealthily get in position. Yeah. The meeting happened that evening between King Marius Norin, the Reclaimer, and one of the remaining leadership, I guess, from the forces. It was a hand of the Empire that you would have seen, and he was not having any form of negotiation. Tried to strike down and kill Norin, and the fight ensued. It wasn't much of a fight with you guys here on the flank, couple of massive heroes, and the sort of flanking position while sort of pincering the enemy forces as your loyalist army came across the river, across the bridge, kind of obliterated them. There were the 5 Hands of the Empire remaining, who did not refuse. They were refusing to surrender at all, and killed many, many people by themselves. But finally, when they saw that their chance of escape or success was hopeless, they all, in unison, committed suicide to avoid being captured. The prisoners were rounded up and taken away. Conversations started to be had around what on earth to do with the prisoners, and you packed it in for the evening. So I think what we'll do, let's start the next morning after a long rest, if you haven't already done that. And I guess I'll just open up with... Yeah, let's do this. So the morning comes around, and you kind of, as you're waking up, I don't know, some of you might be outside, but anyone who had been sleeping inside probably will get up and take a look out the window. The bad weather seems to maybe be breaking at this point. The dark, dense clouds that have been blanketing the city for the last several days that you've been here, some of them start to be breaking apart, and you can see bits of the sun shining through. It's still cold, but it's kind of a satisfying, refreshing cold as you sort of breathe in. It's that smell of really nice, clean, fresh air. And I'm sure a part of that as well is because of it's the first breath you're taking that has not been taken inside, I guess, a very tough and stressful situation. I guess the last few weeks have been pretty harried, and now finally you're in a city that is not just friendly towards you, but sees you as heroes, literally heroes, people that were pivotal in swinging the tides. Coming down out of your rooms, I imagine you would have had lodging here in sort of one of the garrisons with a lot of the soldiers who have been staying here, maybe nearby some of where the Moorbreakers were staying. You see, come down, meet together in sort of the mess area, have a bit of breakfast, and you can figure out what you want to do for the day. If there's any chores or any jobs that you wanted to do specifically, you can let me know. Berberus, do you think you would be with the gang here, or are you off doing your own thing?
I'd probably come down for the start, but I do want to duck away and start going through the prisoners at some stage.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. So this morning, then, how about you guys can take a stab at whatever you want to do, and I'll have some stuff for you after that.
All right. We're eating breakfast, and I start whispering to the common folk around, telling them stories that Dondar is the general slayer of Black Marsh.
Yeah, there's a group behind you that have been eating their porridge, and a couple of them look like soldiers, a couple of them maybe just look like sort of normal helpers or just hands to help out with things around the garrison. They took notice of you as you came in because you're quite recognizable now, and they start talking excitedly to each other. The dwarf over there, Dondar, you see his name was? He had the killing blow, did he?
Yeah, he fired an amazing magic missile. It just bursted through his chest and exploded him.
Oh, that's amazing. He stands up at this point and comes around to Dondar. Do you...
burps loudly.
he chuckles a bit. Reckon you could sign my mug? And he holds out his mug that's currently full of some milk.
Yes, of course. And takes a knife, cuts his thumb, smears the blood on the mug. There you go, son.
He lifts it up and takes a lick. Wow.
A lick?
No, it takes a look.
Okay.
That's crazy. He looks at it, and he looks like maybe a little bit uncomfortable about seeing just a bunch of blood smeared on his drinking cup, but he takes it back and wow, that's something.
There's plenty for everyone. Anyone else, Kai?
No, I'm good, thank you. I like my cup nice and clean.
Dundar sucks his thumb and sits down again.
Do you need some healing for that, by the way, so he doesn't get infected?
Why not?
All right, I just I sing along a healing word across to Dondar to heal his thumb.
Dundar calls out, "This guy, Kai Mistwalker, he healed the king." Your king
And he
was near
healed me.
death.
At this point, you're starting to get a group of people, pulling up chairs, coming to sit around beside you, listening to the tales. A lot of them are almost like leaning forward, just waiting to hear what's the next grand tale of adventure.
Oh god.
Let's say you're sort of chatting with the people here for an hour or so. At one point later towards the later part of the morning, another person enters the garrison. This one looks a bit more official, probably slightly nicer armor. Sort of been sent down from the keep, and he comes over and just stands for a little while, watching the crowd and seeing everyone enjoy themselves. Before he just comes over and doesn't necessarily whisper, but it just kind of says quietly to you guys. The king has asked that you come and see him this afternoon when it suits you. He will be available later in the day. There's some preparation being done this morning, but he wishes to see you.
Who does he say that to?
He's kind of just saying it generally to the group.
Well, Kai, we've got a special audience with His Majesty. Woohoo.
It sounds important.
The guy nods and leaves. All right.
At this stage, do I see Erendor, or is he just invisible to me?
I guess that's up to Erendor.
Depends how hard you're looking.
I'm not looking too hard. He's not in my peripheral, so I don't know where he is.
I assume so, unless Erendor is trying to do anything sneaky. He will just be sitting at the table with you, I assume.
Exactly. Just sitting there.
Why do you ask?
No, he's just normally very quiet, and he hasn't said anything, so I was just worried. I was actually a little bit concerned.
He just disappeared into the crowd.
Yeah.
No, I'm just still not used to it being safe. I'm just watching.
Fair enough.
Well, Rio, we should play a game. Let's play a card game. How about that, Kai? I've got some cards here somewhere.
I haven't played. I don't know what cards are. What are cards?
It's easy. You can win money and get drunk. Come on, let me get my cards out. Dondar looks for his cards. Does he find them?
We can play a card game if you want. There's
Gwent it is.
there's a guy nearby who hears you say this, and he pulls out a pack of cards from his pocket. Says, "You guys want to play cards?"
God damn it, Riv.
Hey, I mean,
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes,
River-
we
at
will
the-
play cards.
At the start, he's like, nice and quick, 2 hour session, guys. 5 minutes in, it's like, let's play a card game.
Come on, read the room, goddammit.
All right.
I look at Dondar and pull out 3 sets of cards. One of them is just drenched in blood.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about these. These are yours. I just throw them back to him.
Everyone, the guy comes over and he just deals everyone 3 cards each. I want you all to roll me a d20, turn it to private GM roll, and roll 3d20. Everyone who's playing.
3d20.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Did that do anything? I don't see any output.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's private, so it'll be only me can see it. All right.
Only GMing yourself.
There we go. So you should all be able to see your own roll, but no one else's roll.
Nope.
Yep.
I can see no rolls.
Not even your own rolls?
No, well, the one that I sent to in private GM roll, I can't see that.
Oh, you have to click the arrow next to the number.
You also
What?
You didn't click blind GM roll, did you?
Private GM roll.
Yeah, private.
You also rolled a 1d20. You want to do 3d20.
Oh.
Yeah, so set your private GM roll, and
Should
so
I roll
the
two?
rules are sort of pokerish. So pairs are good, runs are good, and you can put money in to bluff or bet that you've got the best hand.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I can't see anything when I press enter with the private
You can't.
GM roll.
Can you not even see that Dondar rolled anything at all?
Nope. Last thing in chat I can see is Rio gives Dondar's cards back.
That's very bizarre. Okay, I will.
Maybe he's done blind. Did you do blind GM roll?
No, I've got private GM roll selected.
Well, the thing is, I can see that other people have rolled. I can't see the content. He can't even see that.
No.
Right. Interesting.
I DM'd it to you. Oh, yeah, I'll expand it.
Yeah, you've mucked up your chat box by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I DM'd it to you. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. So I want you guys to bet some gold. What did I roll? My guy's gonna chuck forward like 2 gold.
Wait, did we have to bet before we played, or
No.
play?
So you've all just drawn some cards, and now
Yep.
you get to bet if you think you got the best hand or not.
So if you fold, you don't bet anything.
Yeah.
Go hard or go home.
All right. Any other bets?
I fold. I don't know what these numbers mean.
Pussies.
All right. The guy draws another card, and this one he lays face up on the table. You may use this as part of your hand if you want. Another round of bets.
Are we going for numbers or matches or?
I think it's going for poker rules.
Poker-ish. Matches are
When you
good.
say
Runs
use
are good.
This, what's use this?
So all I'm getting in my head now is Texas Hold'em, but you got 3 held cards.
Yep.
If I'd known that, I would have bet.
The dude just rocked up and just dropped a random game on you, I guess. So Kiwi, did you not even see my roll just now?
No.
You need to reload.
All I can see is chat.
Reload, Foundry.
Just do a reload.
Yeah,
Yeah,
reload.
your
That was wrong.
foundry's broken.
This is what I get for not using Chrome.
Yeah, to be honest, Firefox is pretty shit with Foundry.
Chrome's rendering has gotten so bad.
Okay. Anyone else gonna beat on top of that?
Who's left in?
Mouse put a ton of gold.
Reloaded, can't see anything.
You could have checked, Mouse.
I
Maybe
can see Ribs roll now. Okay,
Cool.
cool. Okay.
All right.
Check, fold.
I think we'll do one more card.
Oh,
now
why didn't
you-
you get to bet? I'm just going to say tank.
Oh, you chucked it in. Nice.
Yeah.
There we go. This is it. The final round. No more cards drawn. And it's the best 5 cards.
So we're betting again?
Yep. If anyone's still in, they can say. And I've realized that my guy probably shouldn't be betting because I can see what all of the rest of you guys roll. So it's between you guys.
At that draw, Berberus just curses and walks away.
All right. I think that was the last one, right? The rest of you guys folded.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
Kiwi?
I've been folded for a while. So
I betted.
Yeah, Kiwi. I think you win. Are you going to show everyone what you got?
How do I see? What?
What
Like-
did you roll?
Like you're
Show
gonna,
my.
yeah, you're going to show everyone
Yes,
your cards.
yes, Donda reveals his cards.
All right. I reveal Donda's cards to
dramatically.
everyone. Yeah, 2 14s. There you go.
Two pair.
So you can, I guess, if you guys want to actually make that a real game, then Kiwi, I guess, add on, it'll be like 50 gold? Oh no, half that was yours. So you can add on 25 gold
Wait, so-
from Death Mouse.
What?
I don't know, dude.
What's
So-
happening? I can't see any feedback in the window.
That's right. You didn't see the rolls from before. So Death Mouse beated 25 gold. JC folded. Vale folded. So you can.
I want to.
Yeah.
Oh, so I've won Death Mouse's money. That's all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
For now.
I want to insight Erendor
Alright.
to see how he feels losing money to Donda.
Roll an insight check.
Oh, sorry. So the guy was just dealing. He wasn't a player.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
All right. Okay.
Just making up a card game on the spot over here, guys.
Yeah, fair.
Cool. So 21. Erendor, you can either roll a deception check or you can let Kai know if you are being open with your emotions.
Yep.
Ooh, there we go.
Make that. Blah, blah, blah. Very simply, you can tell that I know Donda's purse isn't safe.
Wow.
All right, I don't convey that to Donda, but I just grin.
Cool. All right. Let's work on that. There's a potential card game we can keep going. Come back to.
Yeah.
Run that during travel.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Fantastic.
Should Donda put an arcane lock on his wallet?
You could probably figure that out. Actually, I bet you could sort something.
I don't have it prepared, but yeah, I could.
All right. What else? What else do you guys want to do? Any other little jobs? Anything in the town? I think a couple of you guys had things to do, right?
Yeah, I'd like to just walk aside towards the window, somewhere quiet, and I pull out the gauntlet from the Dread General,
Yep.
and I want to kneel down and I want to pray to Saloon and ask her for some guidance on how to purify this evil armor. So I will cast guidance on myself and I will pray and see
Alright.
if anything happens.
Cool. Make a religion check.
That add my guidance to it.
Doesn't look like it.
All right, I'll roll it. I'll roll a d4. 13.
Cool. You get the feeling that you probably want to go somewhere a bit more quiet, maybe a bit more yeah, contemplative. Not too many people around.
All right. I'll try again later.
Yeah, you get this sort of feeling in your stomach that like there's something deep in this armor. You're gonna want to set aside a spot and make sure you're ready for it.
All right. I'm gonna bring it up with the king when we get there, and we'll chat. We'll have a chat about a bunch of things.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty.
Dondar finds a fountain and starts washing his pack of cards.
Are they waterproof?
They are now.
I've left them soaking in blood, so
What, you have wet blood in your pocket?
Who doesn't?
no. But I've been. How many times have I been almost killed since I've nicked them? You don't even know when I nicked them.
They should be dry by now. Surely.
Yes, they're covered in blood. They're not wet with blood.
Well, I'm
Hey,
washing them
Dondar.
anyway.
You
Hey,
don't have to wash them. You're a magic man. I mean, magic dwarf. Can't you just magically clean them?
I suppose so. I mean, I haven't used my mending cantrip. That'd technically do it, right?
Do
No.
you have prestidigitation?
I do. That's enough.
That'll be the one that does it.
Oh. All right then, let's prestidigitate. I will prestidigitate.
On the cards? Yeah,
On the
yeah.
cards.
You can
Yes,
sort of
please.
wave your hands over top of it. A little bit of blue or purple sparks come from your fingers, and all this like dried on red gunk just starts to lift up, almost peel back away from the cards, and just vanishes into dust.
DM, there is something I would like to do before we see the king, if it can be done before we see the king.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you thinking?
Well, since the character rebuild, I've got a different tool set that I'm proficiency in, but I don't have a set of them.
Okay.
I was hoping to hit up Erendor to see what's in his thieves tool set, and then see what I could do about acquiring all the bits and pieces to make up said set.
Okay. Yeah. Erendor, what do you reckon? Would you show him your tools?
Not here in public, but
Of course not. When we're a moment on our own,
of course.
because I can't just go up to the general store and go, "Hey, give me a set of thieves tools," because they'd just be like, "What the?"
Your usual set, sir.
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to show what tooling I have available.
So why don't we say that you have a little poke through, see the odd little implement, and roll a investigation check for me as you make a sort of list of things that you might want to at least start off with initially, and you can go around some of the people here. There's sort of like the odd little there's the odd little markers starting to pop up as people are, you know, post and almost, and I guess during the fighting as well, people would be setting up little outhouses and outcroppings of stores and things like that. Supplies, as you know, people might need them. So you might be able to find the odd knick-knack here and there. I think that thieves' tools are probably hard to come by at the moment, in particular. The middle of a war zone like this, when you've got this whole group of people that are very much coming together as one to fight back against the Empire, you probably wouldn't find many thief-like implements. But now you've got a list of things to keep an eye out for, and so you can keep trying. I think there will be places that you could buy like a full thieves kit itself. But this is probably one of the only cities right now where you probably can't.
Struggle to find even a bobby pin.
Yeah, just the nature of it's more of a war zone than it is a city right now. give it a few weeks, and maybe things might start turning back to normalcy. Cool. All right. Donda, you were saying you wanted to do some more research on your note?
Yes. Note. The assassin note.
Yeah. Would you want to do that this morning, do you think?
Not the note from my imaginary girlfriend.
Yeah.
My imaginary note from my imaginary girlfriend. I miss you, Belinda.
Hey, you can talk to her whenever you want.
Oh, that's a good point. I should send her a message. Yes, I wish to ponder, analyze, stare at intently with inspiring music for a short period.
Do you want to give me some details? What would you do? What do you reckon Donda would do to start trying to investigate? What you found last time was that you uncovered that it was a way of sending messages, but it needed something. It needed a reagent to get it going. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Remind me what a reagent is. Is this like a physical catalyst?
Something like that, yeah. Something you would add to it to get it working.
Yeah, then I guess I'd start going through my conjured ingredients that I can create out of nothing, and trial and error, see if any of them will help.
Okay.
Can I help him? I'll bust open my alchemy book to see if it helps.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Is this the sort of thing you were thinking of, or should I start applying magical energy?
Citrus? That always works.
What I will say is,
I want to be effluent. Yes. Should I roll for this?
I'm just trying to figure out what to roll because something interesting happened recently. Okay, give me 2 rolls. Give me 1 d20 for Arcana, and you can have advantage with Kai. If you get a 20 or higher, you will probably figure it out.
I will give you some guidance from the goddess Saluna.
Sorry, so I'm rolling Arcana with advantage, or
Yep. Actually, I think 25 probably is what you want. Okay. And can you give me a... Damn, your Arcana is crazy. Can you give me a investigation as well?
An investigation. Normal?
Yeah. Okay, investigation's good. So I think what happens is this. You start like trying to conjure little bits of material. Donda is not a wizard that uses reagents in his magic. He channels all his material components through his runezar, which is the emblazoned rune on his forehead. So you don't have like a bag of materials necessarily, but let's say you can like conjure little small bits and pieces here and there, just using your general sort of cantripy magic. Try a bunch of things. Kai is helping you out. Kai has this kind of innate, almost like instinctive feel to magic, which I think even Kai doesn't quite understand how he has it. But Kai is certainly able to like point you in the right direction every now and then, like, oh, try that one instead. And you go through all these things and you're just coming up with nothing. Like nothing's working. You're just dropping like sand on top of the note and the sand just like what rolls off it. It's like, okay, great. I feel like an idiot now. Try a bit of like water. Funnily enough, when you put a bit of water on it, it doesn't actually soak into the paper. It just sort of like washes over it and rolls off as if it was like perfectly hydrophobic. With that 24 investigation though, earlier on you had sliced your thumb to smear blood on the cup. And also you'd use prestidigitation to clean a bunch of blood away. I think what had happened is that your blood, you dripped a little bit down the side of your hand, and after Kai had healed up your thumb, it's all tied it away, and probably the blood has started to wash away there as well. But there was like a drop of blood on the side of your palm, I think, that had been missed. And as you're sort of like, tossing some things around, you rub your fist across the note, and it sort of smears a streak of blood across it. And it sticks to the note, which is, you kind of take notice of it immediately. And Kai, I think you see it as well, because everything you're trying just seems to be bouncing away from the note. The blood smears on it and stays there. And you look at it, and you go to check it closer. And as you go to look closer at it to see what's going on, you see it almost like dissolves into the note.
Oh ho.
Try and put some lemon juice on it, as Erendor said.
Yeah, the lemon juice sort of bounces and rolls right off it.
Does Rio have anything else that's caked in blood that I could borrow?
You can just cut yourself again, Donda.
God's sake, giving it the blood of the righteous. Fine, I cut my back of my hand and drip it onto the note.
When you write your name or something in your with your blood.
Are you insane? On a magical note? It would probably be a death note. My twin brother will wake up on the other side of the world and dead.
So do you say you just drip some blood on it?
Yes, and I have a twin.
Okay. Yeah, the blood drops and soaks straight into it, and after a second or two, disappears and dissolves straight into the note. How much blood are you pouring on at this point, do you reckon?
How big is the note?
I would say it's a bit smaller than, like, maybe half the size of an A4. So it
A5?
Yeah, well, we can go with that. I don't know. I don't have the concept of an A5 as like A size in my head, but let's roll that.
Half the size of an A4.
Bro,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Do you know what an A3 is?
Yeah.
All right. I don't generally have a concept of the milliliters that make up a milliliter of blood, but let's say I would expect it to have covered half of an A and a quarter of an A5 sheet. I don't know.
Okay. And by quarter of an A5 sheet, do you mean an A7?
A cupful.
Hey!
Cupful of blood.
I don't know. Let's say
boy.
a thimble full of blood.
It soaks in and disappears pretty quickly. Like no remnant at all, as if there was no blood on it at all. What do you do next?
Are you just going to keep feeding your note blood?
Well, I don't really think that's a great idea. Is there any other source of blood I can find?
Sure, there's dead bodies outside.
Looks
Maybe.
at JC suggestively. Sorry, looks at Rio suggestively. Sure, let's go find a dead body.
Oh no,
I'm going to regret this. And I prick my thumb.
Oh, good God.
You going to become blood brothers with Donda, are you, Erendor?
I'm not touching it.
I said I'm going to regret this.
You,
So single drop.
Donda, you're sort of holding the note probably. As you stand up to go and go away to find something else, and Erendor comes over. He's pricked his thumb. Drop of blood is getting ready to go. You feel the note get really warm in your hands, Donda. Before this point, just felt like a bit of paper, but it gets really not so hot that you feel like you're going to need to drop it. But like if it was in your pocket or something, you would immediately know. Gets really warm, and immediately you see red. Kind of looks like blood start to appear on the note, as if it had been sketched out by a hand. A big question mark appears in the middle of the note,
Oh, shit.
and then it just sort of disappears again.
Well, that explains that, right? Put that in the bag of holding. Let's get out of here.
All right. Just slip it into the bag of holding.
All right, there we go.
What's with the question mark? What was that, Donda?
Well, you know the red lady. This is the red lady, right? With the red mark, with the marks all over her. Is that
No,
right?
the note was from
No,
Sorry, who was the note from?
the assassin early on.
that cloak you're wearing, that girl, from the boat, from our ship, our detainee ship, right?
No, from the forest where
That was
we
the same-
found dead fine gold dude.
Yeah, that was the same lady, wasn't it?
No,
It was
What?
actually.
it was. Okay.
It was the very
What?
first. It was the very first NPC you saw on the campaign.
I thought she was the generic red cloak, and the one in the
She
forest was the proper assassin.
She was.
She was hunting us like the whole time.
She had been
Wait.
disguising herself as a hand of the Empire on the boat.
The chick on the boat that gave the note to the captain about Skyreach. This was the same chick.
No, that was a
Or
different one.
talk to the captain about Skyreach. Okay. I might. All right.
Okay, quick recap. So, when you guys were prisoners on the very, very first boat, there was a woman who was sitting quite menacingly at the back of sort of the quarters where you were being held. She appeared to be in the red regalia of the Hands of the Empire. She went up top when the storm hit. There was the other hand there as well, who I think he got struck by lightning or something and fell down and died. You escaped the boat, and later, when you were in Darmouth, you noticed the same woman again, walking through the city with soldiers accompanying her. But this time she wasn't wearing the armor, she was wearing the black cloak. You recognized it because on the inside is like the red lining, the silky red lining on the inside of the cloak. You recognized her because it's the same woman, but you noticed specifically that she's not wearing the armor anymore. And then, yeah, that was the same woman who later found you in the woods outside Farhaven.
Uh-huh.
Who you now have found out to be an Eye of the Empire, the secret assassins. Report directly to the Empress.
Well, that's not good.
Have you tried to write something in blood?
Yeah, that's what I do on my day off.
I pull out the note back out of the bag of holding and I hand it to Arendor with his pricked finger, with his droplet of
Do you
blood.
really want to do that?
I don't know. Arendor's pretty inquisitive.
A woman in direct contact with her empress. Do we, as ones that have been shadowed by her, do we really want to communicate with its
Oh,
owner?
I think I just realized what happened because I'm so dumb.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
a walkie-talkie. It's a pager.
it's a blood magic walkie-talkie. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was starting to think.
So now,
Yeah, after seeing the question mark, I am just pulling my hand away from that.
I was fully expecting just a you up.
Yeah, it took me a long time because Kai is not very educated with these type of things, and I think it's like just got it.
And what is about lacerate as well.
You see, Ryu's young and dumb. JC's just straight stupid.
I knew what it was, but I have no idea about this note because I wasn't there. I just see you guys playing with blood in a rag.
All right, I'm gonna put it back into the bag of holding now. Now that I kind of sort of understand what's just happened and made 2 and 2 click.
Yeah. Yeah, as you go to put it back into the bag, and bag pops open, you feel the note getting warm again just as you're about to drop it in.
Oh, it's too late now. I don't want to.
You just
Do I
drop it in?
notice this? Do I notice this?
I
What's
don't
that
think
look
so.
for?
I think because Kai's holding it, he
What's
just feels
that
it
look for, Kai?
The note was warm for a moment before I put it in the bag. Should I pull it back out?
Let us have a look.
All right, I'll pull it back out and I hand it to Rio.
Would you do it like real quickly? Okay. Yeah, I mean, because the message would only appear for a few seconds. Just starting to disappear from the note, you just see the words report with a question mark start to vanish again.
Report. Anyone got a pen? Actually, no. Pen probably won't work, will it?
If you had blood, maybe.
Someone has recently pricked themselves.
Wait, don't you have a pen? Didn't you steal a pen, or was that something else?
Did steal the pen, though.
We all have pens. We just don't have blood in the pens.
You could just get the pen and dip it into Aaron's finger that's bleeding.
I think I threw it away, though, because I don't see it in my inventory.
You could just use Arendor's finger as a pen.
I thought it was magical because you stole it from the magic shop, right?
Never had it identified.
The shame.
What's the name of the inn that we're in, Riv?
It's not an inn. It's sort of like a garrison, repurposed from some probably like a hostel or living area or something like that. It's been repurposed into a garrison for loyalist soldiers.
Riv, that last message that was fading, what did it say? Report?
Yep.
It's pretty obvious that her handler saw the blood on it and went, okay, report in, what's going on? Is the job done? She's been MIA for a while, and then suddenly her walkie-talkie starts clicking on and off.
Yeah. So there'd be like a knife or a spoon or something in this inn, right?
You'd have one on your belt.
I've got one.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Daggers. Yeah.
Grab a spoon, grab the back of it, grab my dagger out, poke my finger.
You have Arendor's finger.
You stick your finger where you want, and you put a bit of blood on the back of the spoon, and I'll start writing awaiting orders.
All right. So you write out the words awaiting orders. By the time you're finished, the word orders, the awaiting has already started to vanish and disappear into the note. Okay. A few moments go by. A few more moments go by, and then you see some text start to appear. It says, report, ? That starts to disappear. Job must be completed before next steps. Yeah, it vanishes.
So she's followed us. She's killed the fine golds.
No, just one. One of the guy.
Just one, not all.
And that was just bait to get to us, or someone among the party at that stage.
So whoever's on the other side of this note has no idea that she's dead.
Nope.
Just been MIA for a while.
What did we put our name up when we were all the way down in was it Darmouth where we caused a real shitstorm?
You guys you don't have to be specific. Just say mission completed. That's vague.
I was just gonna write Blood Nails dead, awaiting orders. Or Bloody Nails dead. Just wanted to make sure that's what we put up as the bloody sign when we're down in Dartmouth. My memory is shit.
You don't need to be specific. You're fishing for information. Be vague. Mission complete implies that you knew what the mission was. You don't need to give details that then can backfire on you.
All right, I'll write objective complete, need new orders. Awaiting. Oh no, not need new orders. Just objective complete, awaiting orders again.
Okay.
We could just say fuck off.
Yeah, that's probably next.
Why wait?
You write that in. It vanishes into the note. And you wait a few moments. Minute goes by, a couple minutes go by. You get the feeling you're probably not going to get a response. Like, at least immediately from, you could wait 10 minutes if you want, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but like at least...
I'll wait a minute or two. Nothing comes back.
Yeah, nothing comes back immediately.
You want to hold on to it?
I'm just going to write, your bitch is dead, you're next. And then I'll draw a nail.
Burn the note after you send it.
No, I'll wait for a response first.
So he starts to write this out. Does anyone else see him do this? And what do the rest of you guys think about this?
I mean, I think you're burning a prime opportunity to milk information, but hey, you do you.
All right.
Stop me. Someone.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
You don't get a response back after you've seen that.
Yeah. All right. Anyone care if I burn this thing?
Nope, burn it.
Light. I'm assuming there'll be candles nearby. I'll try and set it alight.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, you can go and hold it over to the candle, and it just sits in the fire. Doesn't get affected by it.
Oh, fantastic!
It's magical.
Well, allegedly, it wasn't magical.
Yep. Back in the bag of holding. You can live there.
Okay.
All right.
No. Dondar will hold on to it.
Okay.
On his person.
I'd bag of holding it because at least it's in another dimensional space then. It'd be harder for them to trace us.
Or if we want to be traced.
Wouldn't be aware of when or if we get a response.
I'm considering it fades immediately. Yep.
Fair. All right. Yeah, you hold it.
Technically, it should still be in my inventory, but I don't know that it is. And all the images have stopped loading for Foundry.
Yep, that happened to me just before I had to relog.
I've been logged out. What the? Okay.
Yep.
Thanks, Forge.
All right. To the keep then?
To the keep.
To the keep. And just to confirm, you are holding the note, Donna?
I am holding the note.
Cool. If you don't have
On
like
my
items
purse.
for it, let's see what you got. Yeah, just add something. Add like blood note or something like that. Awesome. The day's feeling a little bit warmer than usual. With the clouds starting to break, the sun starting to shine through. Not as much wind and snow as before. Still some flakes of snow. Like the wind might gust every now and then and pick up a sort of a mound of snow and sort of spray it into the wind. So you get the odd little bit of still a bit of powdery snow just floating around. But you can press up through the city. You're familiar with the way to go now. Head up the hill towards the keep. A couple of the soldiers there standing outside the big gates kind of nod to you, now recognizing you. A few of them even like come over and sort of try to shake your hands and really appreciate everything you've done for us. They sort of help you, wave you in. Once you get into the main entrance area of the keep again, someone comes over. Probably you would have recognized them as a servant or a hand or something like that has been around up in the keep before. And they come around and say, good you've arrived. Let me take you to the king. Right this way, please. And he turns and starts to lead you back down into the halls, up a set of stairs, and sort of deeper into the keep. Deeper than where you've been before. I think previously, when the last few times you come to the keep, you would have gone to a few nearby chambers, and then there was the council room you went to, which would have probably been slightly closer to the sort of front area. You're heading towards the back side of the keep now. Eventually, you come to a big set of doors, 2 guards either side, and the servant that you're following lets you inside. And inside you see, it's a very nice room, but sort of modest. It's not like ornately decorated with gold and stuff like that. It's tidy. The furniture is all well made, but there's nothing super ostentatious about it. There's a bookshelf. There's a large big table in the center of the room. Plenty of couches around. There is a fireplace set to one side that is currently burning. Towards the back side of the room, there is a table, decently sized, and Marius, King Norin is there. And the woman who you've seen with him the majority of the time, Ayana, is also there. As you enter, the servant just sort of like bows, and heads out behind you, closes the doors, and Marius looks up and you see his face brightens a bit seeing you. Ayana comes over. You can see she's wearing sort of tight black sort of clothes. She's got her hair done up in a ponytail, silverish sort of hair that goes down her back, and she's at the moment now wearing a couple of spectacles, sort of like half moon, that she's got balancing on the tip of her nose. They were just sort of poring over some notes together and in discussion, but she kind of wanders over halfway across the room, gestures for you to come and sit down, and she helps pull out a few chairs to sort of sit around the table. So you can gather up, sit around the table, and
as Dondar goes to take a seat, I will use my mage hand and just push his chair back.
Dondar, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, good Christ.
Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Donna, you just hear the chair start to squeak and slide as it goes along the floor behind you, and you instinctively reach out further back and grab it and pull it under. Also make a perception check, Donna. Yeah, you definitely recognize the mage hand, and you glance over and you see Erendor.
Does he though? Because it's invisible.
So the mage hand will be invisible, but like Dondar could obviously tell that that's what it was because he's seen Erendor do this sort of thing plenty of times before. Erendor, you're just kind of looking innocent.
I'm just gonna smirk it. Just a wink.
There you go, Dondar. You look over and you see Erendor wink at you. I think Marius and Ayana don't notice this, so they just just smile and welcome you in as you sit down.
Christ.
Rio, do you mean right now?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mean like all while this is happening? Or if you want to do it, you should just shout what you want to do.
Never mind that. Just keep going.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Just keep going. Just keep going. Sorry.
All good.
Dondar shapes water inside Rio's throat.
Yeah, but
You guys want to do a bit of PvP right here in front of the king?
If the dwarf wants to die.
They sit you down, and the king, he just kind of looks across at your faces and takes you in. Imagine what this man has been through. He and his family have been placed as governors of the city that was rightfully theirs by blood right to rule. Under the oppressive empire for decades, he was the first man on the continent to really take any sort of stand against the empire itself, and also very clever. He planned this very, very well, right? Dead of winter, when the empire couldn't very easily strike, and yeah, a lot of opportunities were made to get to this point, and you guys were all very pivotal to it. So you can just see in his face just an expression of appreciation. I think a bit of his stubble has started to grow in now. He clearly hasn't, taken much time for himself over the last day or two. But he's alert. He finally got some sleep last night, and kind of just as you're settling in, he gestures down and just paperwork, eh? After all of the excitement and horror of the last weeks, months, now it's time for paperwork. But that's what I signed up for. It's time for the city to be rebuilt. And I have all of you to thank for that, for getting us here. I don't know what would have happened. We may have been successful, we may not, but what I can say is that the city of Valnoran has a debt to you all. Now, in terms of next steps in terms of orders of business. As we had discussed earlier, you came here for a reason. I believe the governor of Valmiriel had sent you. I sent him a message last night, and he sort of reaches over and just taps the sending stone that you recognize on the table. He responded, we've started our communication. The next steps will be to see what sort of support we can do. I think if we can start to liberate, shall we say, the eastern side of the continent, we could potentially try to set up some sort of refuge for others all over the continent. If we attract people to come, we could build up forces, maybe get us into a position where we can strike at the capital itself. We're talking many steps ahead now, though. For now, we just have some planning to do, I guess. Will be interesting to see, though, what happens with Valmiriel. Talis, who I believe you've met, he may not end up having the same support that we had here in Valnoran. If you're not aware, he married the heir. He married Valara. So he is not actually the rightful ruler of the city by blood right. I guess it will all depend on how beloved he is by the people.
I don't know this, but I know this. Worst case, his daughter would be in line.
Do they recognize female succession in this world?
I think
They
they
have an
do.
emperor, probably.
We have the Empress is female, or we think is female.
Yeah.
If you
Even human.
She's not even real. It's just a chihuahua in a robe.
Yeah, no, there's no weirdness around gender.
It's unusual.
Well, are you saying Nia, the girl we saved, is in line to be the lady of Valmiriel?
Well, if Duke? Governor?
Technically, the position he's in is governor. Yeah.
I mean, if he married into the family and had a daughter, then the daughter would be of the family. I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
Marius just nods. Yeah, I assume you're talking to Valania. I talk about Valania. I met her a long time ago. She was very, very young then. Indeed. I mean, technically, as of right now, Talos would be rightfully the ruler until Valania comes of age and they decide for her to ascend to the throne, if there is a throne. But yeah, I don't know necessarily. I don't have any great thoughts around what might be happening there. But I was just curious. I was pondering. It might not be as clean as it was here. They might not be as lucky as we were to have such loyal people. But regardless, yep. So, Berberus, he turns to look at you. Specifically to you, I wish to thank. You've been with us for some time now, and I do recall when you first arrived, you were seeking answers and looking for support for your people back in the far north. You may not have gotten as many answers as you would have liked, but hopefully we've proven to you that there are people in the world that can be trusted, and the Empire cannot be. I'm not sure what I can do for you, and I'm not sure what reward you would accept specifically, but if there is anything I can do, please name it. I could try to spare some men, some supplies to be sent to your grove. Maybe I could even arrange a discussion with the governor of Valoran, old or Bjorn.
Well, that might be a handy thing in the way everything's going with this mob. At this rate, I didn't get any answers, but I got more questions, and those questions themselves might be more important. While I'm here though, and I will pull out the drawing, the nat 20 drawing of the tattoo, and say, can I borrow one of your scribes for a moment and get a copy or two of this?
I thought I made some copies for you the day before.
I don't know if we got copies.
Like in the evening, I'm pretty sure I made some.
Okay. So do you pull it out, or?
Yeah, and maybe ask him to have a look at it, because I know he is a learned man of the church.
Yeah.
There's the tattoo of the Red Priest dragon marking on their back.
Yeah.
Rendered in striking 4K detail.
Can you
In the medieval.
Can you roll a perception check for me?
I'm also a very insightful man.
Yeah, you can do insight if you want. I think that's fine. Yeah.
So private DM roll. It's terrible.
Do I notice anything? Since my insight is pretty damn passively good.
Do you think you would be paying quite a lot of attention to this moment?
We're all at the table, I suppose.
It's the only conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. One more person can roll insight. You go for it as well. Okay. You want a 25, by the way.
Well.
Yeah, the image gets placed out. Marius kind of just looks over, and it's kind of horrific, but it's kind of beautiful, isn't it? I can't say I've seen it before, though. Ayana, you've seen it? And he sort of just like slides across the table for her to see. She kind of leans forward and looks over it and just says, not that I'm aware of. On 26 insight, you when the drawing got pulled out, you at the corner of your eye, Kai, would have seen Ayana's eyebrow just twitch ever so slightly in the corner. But yeah.
I just say, what's the image of? I don't know what it is.
No, I mean, your guess would be as good as mine. It appears to be some kind of beast.
Some kind of... It looks very fearsome.
Indeed.
Yeah. Took it off the back of one of those red priests.
And so his face darkens slightly. Indeed. When you say off the back of, what do you mean?
It was tattooed into them.
It's gruesome.
And while they were wearing red cloaks and were in support of the Empire forces, I have a sneaking suspicion that they're not Imperial. They might just be riding it or using the Empire.
You propose that they were not sent by the Empress? They were opportunistically trying to find places to sow chaos or something?
Possibly. The big black bastard was definitely involved with them in one way or another, but the general rank and file don't seem to be a fan, and I plan to go and ask some questions later today if I can amongst the prisoners.
I can arrange an escort for you if you like. The prisoners are currently being kept out in the tent city that they set up themselves outside the city walls. Ayana and I here were discussing what we were going to do with them. I think at this point, we'll try to get them to work helping rebuild the city, parts of the city, and we'll see. Maybe some of them are not all that loyal to the Empire and may choose to stay. The rest, maybe they can make their own good fortunes out in the Frostway or something. I don't know. Anyway,
Oh, you're up for a suggestion with the prisoners?
please, all ears at this point.
Give them the choice. They can stay or they can go. If they stay, then you've got the people self-filtered that are most likely to help. And if they choose to go, you've gotten rid of most of the troublemakers in the long run. Offer them a guide across the Frostway and they can piss off and sort themselves out.
Whether you warn them of the Hobgoblin territories, that's another matter.
What? You know, I think you guys had told him, right, about it?
It was mentioned briefly.
Yeah, I think he just chuckles at this. Can't keep those hobgoblins waiting forever. I'm sure they'll be starting to get a bit antsy. We don't want them to start coming for us. Maybe that's the right play. Give them something to play with. Anyway, so I guess part of why I wanted to ask you here was to just see if there was anything I can do for you to check what your next plans were. I will start negotiating with Talis to arrange whatever support we can lend to the city down there in the Gulf. I think Barrack and his people will be able to start getting their ships ready. They'll bring them around to the docks, get them prepped, and we can start looking at voyaging some troops. Our people are very, very experienced in city warfare now, so I'm sure there's a lot that we could do. But I think before that happens, we need to first plan what that looks like. A city like Valmerial is not something you can just rush into it, do it without much planning. For the rest of you though, where do you plan to go next? Will you head back to Valmerial?
It's an idea.
Personally, I'd like to get to back to Valoran, but I tap on the picture. This needs following up on.
True. And we still have a loose end. General Corvus got away. We heard he was heading back to the Dark Forest. Or the Darkwood.
It is troubling. He probably knows quite a lot, doesn't he?
Everything.
Okay. Well, your destinies are your own. I guess at this point, all I can do is to give you my appreciation and maybe a little bit more. And he leans over. Ayana, do you mind going and getting? She nods, and she starts to wander out. As she does, she actually probably taps one of you. She taps you, Rio, and says, "Do you mind helping me? Give me a hand. Carry some stuff back." And she
Sure.
leads you out of the room. Heads out the room. Two big doors again. The guards either side. Leads you down the corridor a bit to another sort of similarly nice-looking set of doors, also guarded. Leads you inside, and this looks more like specifically a study. There are much larger bookshelves, but there's also I don't want to say like treasures stacked up, but clearly like objects of value are being stored here. On the table, she wanders over, and there is like a large chest, which she goes to lift, but struggles a little bit, and then just kind of gestures to you and says, if you could give me a hand with this, I'm just going to gather a few other items. She wanders over to a nearby cabinet, pops it open, and pulls out like a small little wooden case. And there's also a bag in there, kind of a velvety sort of bag that she grabs. As she's doing this, as she wanders over to the cabinet, she's got her back to you. You can see this sort of...
No.
She's just like reaching in.
I'm just looking around.
Yeah. What do you mean no?
I'm not stealing anything.
Oh,
Sure,
okay.
you're not.
I mean, I guess I gave you an open.
Yeah, you gave me an open, but no, I'm not stealing anything.
Yeah.
I'm just looking around,
Yeah.
picking up random things, having a look at them, putting them straight back down.
Yeah.
Do you see anything really cool, Rio? That's the thing.
I mean,
Do I
there's
see anything really cool?
yeah. It's like I think what you've come to see from Marius is that he's not the sort of person to like bask in opulence, especially in the current times. But there are going to be some things that have been passed down through the family for a while. So there's treasures here. The chest itself, you kind of, after touching it, get the feel that it's filled with some coins. And then the bookshelves themselves are just like stacked full of all sorts of stuff. There's like little, like little, what would you say, like globes, things like that. Indicating that, Marius maybe has interest in science or something. Yeah, lots of little things like that. Lots of little treasures. But as Ayana has got her back to you and she's kind of going collecting the last few little bits and pieces, you hear her say, "Do you suspect your companions have started to catch on to you yet?" And she picks up the case and turns around and just looks at you and just stares you in the face.
Pardon?
Do you think your companions have started to catch on to you yet?
Catch on to what?
She just reaches up and taps the side of her head where her ears would be. I assume that you haven't told them anything.
What are you talking about?
You don't need to play these games. She like clicks her fingers and your bandana and hood just like get blown off as she casts telekinesis and blasts them off your head, revealing your ears. And she also at the same time reaches up and just waves her hand across the side of her head, and an illusion starts to break. As you see, she also has a very long elven ear.
My hand goes to my bow and then stops.
One eyebrow raises. Well?
I don't know. They know. The new guy doesn't. Your guy doesn't, but the rest of them know.
And what have you told them?
Why? Oh, my fate's been intertwined with them. My life's half in their hands. I have to trust somebody.
You must have been sent after I was. I don't recall seeing you at the Emerald ceremony. I wasn't even aware that there were going to be others. What changed?
The what now?
She cocks her head slightly. The Emerald... You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
You're the first elf I've met.
Her head raises slightly as understanding crosses across her face. Interesting.
My hand's still halfway to the bow, but it's just stopped.
Were you born here on the continent? How old are you?
Good question. Where did I write that down? I don't know. I've been in the Darkwood for as long as I can remember.
That is unfortunate. She, her hands start to make a gesture. And I think you probably, from seeing your allies do the same for many weeks and months now, she starts to cast a spell. What do you do?
Does it look like an offensive or an illusion spell, or?
I don't think you would know. She doesn't seem to be standing.
I've got some illusion spells.
She doesn't seem to be standing in like an aggressive manner.
There's nothing I can do to stop her, so
She reaches up. Her hand like sort of grabs this arcane rune that appears in the middle of the air in front of you. She like twists it and just like launches it at your face. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Don't I have advantage on that?
I don't think so.
Not unless it's a charm or sleep, I believe.
No, that's the one I was remembering. Proficiency.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Never trust an elf.
Oh, is this new?
No, that's
It
like
was a ranger thing, yeah.
that's like 4 levels ago.
Be a Gloomstalker thing.
I'm sorry, you needed a 17. This rune just like hits you in the face and washes over you, and you almost like blink back. Your eyes glow for a second. Everything seems to be colored with a shade of pink and purple. This woman standing in front of you, immediately, you would do anything for her. You would sacrifice your life for her. She just wanders over to you and just sort of like touches the side of your face and says, I'm so sorry. Your life must have been so much more difficult than it needed to be. I do wish I could know more about you, but I'm sorry. It has to be this way. You came to this room, you helped me collect these items. This conversation didn't happen. She clicks her fingers, steps back from you. The purple phase, the purple sort of glow disappears from your eyes, and Rio's memory of the last couple of minutes is completely wiped as she casts Modify Memory. She grabs the box and the bag, hands it over to you. If you could hold these, please, and just help me with this chest. It's a bit too heavy for me.
Out of character, I'm fucking pissed right now. But yeah, grabs the chest.
We're not there.
Yeah, she helps you bring it back. Back down the hallway, back into the room, and places it on the desk with Talus. Sorry, not with Talus, with Marius. And Marius says, "Look,
just one sec.
Yep.
Did she recast her illusion?
Oh, she never dispelled it. She just like briefly brushed her hand in front of it to disrupt it for a second. She sort of let you peeked inside it. Oh, she's not going to slip up like that, dude.
You beat me to doing something, but so be it.
Yep. Hey, I gave you an option. She was signed to cast a spell. There was a moment where you could have done something.
I was going to show her the ring because that was on the inside of my hand out of sight, but
well, Marius says, look, I don't want this to be weird or anything, but I do need to show my appreciation more than just words. So I've collected some sums of wealth for you. I assume that your intention is to continue working against the Empire. Talus did suggest that there is a wider plot at play here. If you continue to have this encounter against the Empire, then we need you to be successful. We need to be banking upon you. And so hopefully this can help you on your way. Cracks the lid of the chest, piled full of coins. He will divvy up a whole lot of the gold. He mentions that a lot of this was actually taken from some of the soldiers who had come here after they'd been stripped and searched. Their sort of staging and landing areas had been searched as well, so there was a lot of wealth to be found. The awkward thing is that I assume a lot of this wealth has been taken from villages along the way. The Empire appears to have been shaking down people, would be my guess. There's no reason why a marching army like this would carry so much gold on them. Ideally, we could return it to the people, but there has just been no way to know. So instead, put it to good use. Let's bring the Empire down. It will amount to about 20,000 gold. So you can have it in platinum if you want. So it can be 2,000 platinum if that's more convenient to carry, or you can split it up into whichever deviations of currency you like.
Everything in coppers. I need a cart.
Jesus. So, yep, feel free to add that to the bag of holding or whichever person is managing the currency.
Right, I'll add it to bag of holding 2,000 platinum.
He reaches into the black velvet bag that Ayana had brought him and reaches inside and pulls out 3 healing potions. rolls them forward and says, "These are exceptionally strong potions of healing. We have a bit of a stockpile that we were using for some of our excursions into the Imperial territory. Hopefully, we won't need these for much longer, or any longer. So may they be put to good use with yourselves. So this will be 3 greater potions of healing that someone can add. I can drag that into the bag of holding for you guys, actually, because
I'm doing it right now.
Cool, yep, add on the potion of healing greater. And then this last one, as a very, very special token of appreciation, I have this for you. And grabs the little box. It's like a little case, maybe like half a foot wide or something like that. Cracks it open, and inside you can see a dagger. Absolutely beautifully crafted. The steel itself almost shines, almost glows, kind of this bluish tinge. This dagger is pure Renite steel. It's not every day that you would find a weapon like this. We coat weapons, spearheads, that sort of thing with Renite steel. We're obviously known for it, but the craftsmanship that went into this dagger is unmatched. Hopefully you remember us while using it and putting it to good use. So this is a Renite steel dagger, +1. Who would like to grab that, or should I just drop it into the bag of holding?
And there's only really one dagger.
There's only one dagger user, unless Donda with like a nice shiny new knife.
Dropped it into the bag. So this is it's a functionally a +1 dagger, but because it is Renite steel, it's got innate properties that are not actually magical. So this is just a feature of Renite steel itself. When you make an attack with it, it crits on a 19 or a 20. So double the crit chance.
Ooh. Amazing.
All those attacks I make with melee weapons, yeah.
Is your dagger already got a thing on it, Death Mouse?
So, I was actually just looking at that before, and it turns out the Raven dagger I have, apparently I'm not proficient with. So it's only +4 to hit, and a normal dagger is +8.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yes, so I think there's just, because it's a semi-custom item, I think
Yeah, you haven't.
it hasn't been fixed.
Let me just give you a new one, because it's probably just like it's been lost in translation like 20 times between the syncs between D&D Beyond, because I think that was one of the first items you guys ever got.
Yes.
This is a dagger of warning. I'll drop this into the bag of holding. You'll just want to grab it and then rename it to Raven dagger of holding or whatever. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Because it's functionally just a dagger of warning, which is it's a normal dagger, magical, doesn't have any plus to it, but it just gives you the bonus to not being able to be surprised if you're attuned to it.
Yeah. Oh, it also doesn't have Nick as an ability on it.
Oh, on your custom one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Radical.
Hopefully this does well to increase your success chances and also curry your favor with us in the future. Like I said before, we are forever grateful. You will be renowned. Assuming this all goes well, I'm sure you'll be renowned and honored in this city for the time to come. Berberus, what do you plan to do next?
No, like I said, I do need to get back to the Grove, but I do need to follow up on whatever these Red Priests are doing. Yeah, undeath isn't common enough that you see multiple sources of it running around. Something tells me they might be linked, and if not, one less source is something that needs to be dealt with.
Well, I witnessed the horrors firsthand. It is a plague we do not want to see spreading across the continent. I'll tell you this. I saw you work with the rest of this group. You worked very well with them. You could potentially have some success with them. Why don't you travel together?
They're mostly competent.
Who's he looking at? Who's he looking at when he says that?
It's scanning
lie
across
to your
the
king.
entire group.
He gets an eyebrow from a raise from me.
Dunga
I mean,
farts
I have
loudly.
a feeling if I tag along, then we'll probably run into the same trouble again. So, if you lot don't mind a big angry bear
Or a badger.
or a badger,
Does the big angry bear want to go kill the what's the name? General Corvus.
General Corvus is still
That's
alive.
next on my list.
well, he might have information if nothing else. He seemed to have a close attachment with the big black angry one. I realize saying that could be taken wrong. I mean the Dread General.
Yeah.
You mentioned you have good relations with old Bjorn.
Yeah.
Valorant.
I've spoken to him a few times. There have been a few situations where we had to travel back and forth for stupid bullshit ceremonial reasons, but yeah, we know each other more or less well enough.
His take on the Empire.
Well, what would you expect? Those Northerners, you know the way they are. He doesn't want anyone telling him what the fuck to do. But, as you're also probably aware, Valoran is quite close to the capital. He's not foolish enough to cause any sort of outright rebellion at this point. Valoran itself is also in a very important position, shall we say, strategically for the Empire. It is essentially the gateway to the north, and so the presence of the Empire is slightly higher in Valoran than in some of the other cities. I'm sure we have an ally in Bjorn, but the Empire presence there may be difficult to disrupt.
Would you put your name to a letter of recommendation if we do need to get in to see him? Or would you think that's exposing him a bit much?
Absolutely. I can even potentially try and give you a seal if you like. Actually, you know what? Pass me that dagger. The Renite steel dagger. He shows you the pommel. Actually has the seal of the Norrin family. This dagger was actually crafted for, I think, my grandfather. It's unlikely that anyone else would have such a thing, so I'm sure if you showed him this, he would recognize it.
Not so much showing him, it's more of getting in to see him. But we'll see what we can work with.
I see, you mean past the guards. I can write you something, sure. He grabs a bit of paper, plenty nearby on the desk, and just sort of writes you out a note. What sort of thing are you looking for? Is it, do you want to set up some sort of pretense of trade delegation, or some sort of ceremonial?
Just a message from Valnoran to Valoran, discussing whatever needs to be discussed. I'm sure the guards won't be reading it.
Sure, I'll write some bullshit down. Just be careful though. The wrong people who might see this might be aware of what's been happening down this part of the continent.
Those wrong-uns.
He scribbles something out for you, signs it, passes it over. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it doesn't make your life more difficult, but either way, I'm sure you'll figure out the right thing to do. All right. Well, I guess this may be farewell for now. Do you plan to leave soonish, or are you gonna stay in the city for a few days?
Probably a few days. You mentioned talking about building up your forces and giving support to Valmiriel. I've got an idea to throw by you. You've seen us fight, you've seen me fight. As a cleric of the Luna, I know you're a religious man. If I were to offer you the chance to bolster your forces with people like me, empowered by the goddess, to help fight against the Empire, if you supply the powdered silver, I'll see if we can get enough people who are wise and wanting to help. We could make a force here that you can establish in Valnoran.
Are you trying to start a religious uprising in my city?
No, just a
Yes.
religious fighting force.
He laughs and just like slams the table. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. But you said the goddess Seluna? I'm not familiar.
She's the moon goddess, an older god.
The moon goddess? You're talking about Alaris, right?
No, one much older, much before her.
He kind of looks over to Ayana, and Ayana is also giving you a very quizzical look, which she immediately washes away, and she composes herself again as if it was never there. And then she looks back at Marius and just kind of shrugs. And he says, well, if you say so.
In the beginning, there was Dwarf, and Dwarf was good.
We can try. How do you see this going about? I mean, I'll warn you this: the people here are quite loyal to Torgar. I'm unsure that they would be very keen to leave the faith.
She's very into healing and protecting the people, so I would say, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I try and convince you that it might be worthwhile. People who want to fight the Empire and be religious at the same time. It might be worth a shot. You could send word and see if we can rally some people into taking the ceremony, and we'll go from there. If it's coming from you, I'm sure people would believe you. You've seen us fight.
Let me think for a second. You see him kind of like looking sideways at Ayana for something, some sort of confirmation or suggestion. Do you want to roll a persuasion check for me?
Sure.
I'll tell you where I'm coming from. You've got a guy who just took his city back. He's like laser focused on trying to rebuild the city, get his people, and now this guy's talking about a god that he's never heard of that he wants to convert a bunch of the people of the city to. You could understand why he's got a bit of
it's all in good faith to protecting Valnoran.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Why don't I put you in contact with one of the priests here, the priest of Torgar, and you can have a discussion and see what he can sort out for you. I can suggest that he tries to find a place for you and gets the word out. I'll be curious to see what you intend to do in terms of bolstering the forces, but if it's just a matter of restoring faith or giving people something to believe in, mending wounds, that sort of thing, mending spirits, then I'm sure it can't hurt.
I was thinking along the lines of my channel divinity. If you had people who could use the same channel divinity, the Twilight Sanctuary, as I do, in combat, that would save your people from dying.
Okay. You mean to teach them some of your abilities?
Yeah. But in order to do so, they must believe in Seluna.
Well, I'll tell you what, friend. I'm not going to stand in your way. I personally have my faith, but there are others who walk different paths, and I think that's fine. So,
All right, let's go with that. I will meet with your priest under your recommendation, and we'll see how it goes.
very well. Well, I guess that concludes our business for now, and hopefully we do see each other again. I'd like to see us at one point all sitting around a table and laughing about the stories of how the Empire fell. But for now, this story is closed. So once again, I thank you all. He stands and helps you get led to the door, opens it for you, and you can head on out. I think you can make your way back down through the keep on your way out. There will be like a group of soldiers who would come over and, at the request of the king, who will take you, Berberus, down to the prisoners so you can have a chat with them. The priest can be found so you can have a chat with him, Kai, and yeah.
What's everyone else doing?
Are there any other dwarves in the city?
Yeah, plenty. You would have met one if you had gone with Kai the other night down to the forge.
Oh yeah, Helda the dwarf.
That's right. Did you want to do your armor thing as well, Kai?
I guess since I'm going to the what's it called? I'm guessing I'm going to St. Evelyn's to meet up with the priest. I guess I can go up there and ask for that help there.
Okay.
Or attempt to pray again, I suppose.
Yep. Cool. Donda, what were you thinking?
Nothing. Curious.
We're just wondering if the city wasn't like super racist.
Yeah, sure, all that.
The statue of Torgar in the Stoneheart looked sort of dwarven. So
It did.
yeah. Okay, cool. Let's do it. So let's do a little break and then come back and we'll do the prison and we'll do the ritual when we get back. Cool. You guys got all the items and stuff sorted, or you wanna? I guess you can chat about that as well.
Yeah, they're in the bag of holding and we'll sort them out.
Nice.
Granite steel dagger, that's cool.
Yeah.
We have a dread scythe, an item that is an item, which I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's an item.
It says item, the item or the item.
That's just, the pocket lint and the whatever
Oh,
loose
right.
miscellaneous random things are in the bag.
Whatever dripped out of the noses of the heads were put in there.
That's where the longbow +3 went.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
I pull it out and I hand it to Rio. I think you left this in the bag holding.
All right. Cool. Let's. I will check us on. Be right back.
forever with
Yeah.
Marius.
Backtrack.
He's like, "Come back, guys! I forgot something important."
Have you met my elf lady?
Yeah. Without necessarily doing a ton of roleplay on it, basically what's going to happen is as you get ready to leave and start heading your way out, Ayana is going to call out and just say, Donda, it was, wasn't it? Do you know how to travel very rapidly across the land? Have you picked up any teleportation magic yet?
Not exactly.
All right. Well, if you'd like, I could show you. I have a spell in one of my books that I would be happy to help you learn. Would be useful potentially for speeding up your travels. She will.
That sounds useful.
Yeah, she will offer to let you take a peek inside one of her spell books, which, by the way, is a very is a very special thing to do. You wouldn't necessarily see a lot of wizards doing that. But she's going to help you learn the spell Teleportation Circle. So this will be as if you were learning it from a normal spell book. You have to spend however many hours it would be, plus paper to write it into your own spellbook if you want to. I guess you don't have to if you don't want to.
Okay. Sure.
But you can sort of like spend the afternoon or the evening or whatever with her as she sort of helps you to sketch it out. And maybe I'll say actually, because she's like directly helping you do it, we can do half the cost of it and half the time.
Right. So it's usually 100 gold.
So Teleportation Circle is a 5th level spell, so it might actually be more. Let me double check. I have forgotten the wizard copying rules. I think it's like an hour per level of the spell or something, isn't it? Here we go. Spellbook. Expanding and replacing spell. Copying into it. Whenever you find a level +1 spell, wizard or higher, copy into spellbook if it's a level you can prepare. For each level of the spell, it takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold. Afterwards, you can prepare the spell. So since it's 5, it's going to be 250 gold worth of paper divided by 2, so 175. And it'll take like 5 hours. So yeah, you'll probably spend the whole evening with her and cross off 175 gold worth of paper.
Teleportation circle.
Yeah, teleportation circle. And at the same time, she will lead you through the castle. And yes, yeah, I'm sorry, my brain just blew up. Yes, it is 125. She will lead you through the castle to like a back room, also guarded inside here. Nicely built structure. There's like stained glass along the outside of it. Light shines in and all sort of falls upon the center area where there is this big sort of etched circle in the center of the room. Pillars kind of stand up around it, and there are steps that lead down from it. This is a circle of teleportation, and so she will also help you memorize the circle. So basically what this means is, from now on, if you ever wish to return to Velnoran, you can cast Teleportation Circle. You'll require a flat area to sketch your magical ink on the ground. You will draw the circle that matches this one that you've just learned, and you can transport your entire party back to the circle.
Entire party?
Yeah, it's up to like 7 people or something like that, I think.
So whoever fits in the
basically,
radius.
Yeah.
Any creature that enters the... Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Where is it? There it is. Any creatures that enters the portal. Oh, yeah, so looks like you can... anyone that can fit in for 6 seconds, essentially, because it's up for 1 round.
Is this the spell that in season 2 a Critical Role Caleb was using?
Yes.
To get him?
Yep, quite a bit.
Yeah, so the way they did it was once he finished drawing the circle, you had 6 seconds to run into it.
Yep.
And as you ran in, you instantly went teleported out.
Yeah. So in theory, you can fit, if you got a whole group of people, like everyone was sprinted just as they finished writing it, then you could get a decent number through. But yeah. And then also, when you learn it,
servant is for.
yeah, when you learn it, it says you learn 2 sigils for 2 destinations on the material plane determined by the DM. What I will say is you, from all of the time spent back in your studies at the Arcane University in Glimmerforge, there'll be a circle there that you have just memorized just sort of innately over time. You would have just learned it all the time you would have spent working or scrubbing the floor or something like that when you were doing your duties. So you'll have a circle for Glimmerforge and a circle for Valnoran.
So very subtle.
All right. Here we go. So let's go down to the prisoners.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, hello. You're good?
Yeah, Discord just was showing the red disconnected, connecting, disconnected,
Right.
connecting.
Disaster. Cool. All right. So we make our way down to the prisoners, cutting across through the city, out the other side of the main gates, which I don't think you guys probably would have seen at this point. But at this point, the gates are sort of open as there's quite a lot of activity happening here on this side of the city now. Heaps of loyalist soldiers are out here just sort of guarding all the Imperials and the tent city that the Empire have set up. A bunch of people just sort of like either tied up or, sort of shackled in amongst the tents themselves. And every now and then you see, supplies being distributed from the supplies of that the Empire themselves brought. The soldiers that are sort of leading you here just sort of look back to you, Berberus, and say, anyone particular you're after? What you looking for?
Have they established any sort of leadership? Anyone taking command at the moment?
I haven't seen anything so far. I think most of their leadership were, those ones they met their gruesome end back there on the bridge.
Identify any ranking officers at least?
A few sergeants around.
See if you can round any up for me, please. I need to have a chat to them.
Cool. Yeah, they will go and find a couple of people. One of them is a dude who's missing an arm. It's all been bandaged up. The other guy has got like a big bandage across the head, covering his eye. Looks like they were in the depths of the fight. But yeah, they come over. One of them's sort of leaning heavily on a stick. Soldiers around, making sure that they are sort of kept under control and they're sort of forced down to their knees in front of you.
Enough of that. Take a seat, lads.
They sit more at ease and they sit back onto the ground.
I won't get too much into it. The last few days have been unpleasant for everyone. I'm sure you guys aren't real happy to be here. And frankly, I'm not too happy to be here either, but this is the way it all fucking falls when the dice roll sometimes. Couple of questions and an opportunity for you. I'm going to pull out the picture. Any of you lads have anything to do with the Red Priests?
They
And as I say this, I just want to eyeball all of them and just check out their faces.
Yeah. They lean forward sort of to take a better look at the drawing. They don't seem to recognize it. They just sort of shake their head. I mean, it's a fascinating image, kind of freaky looking, don't you reckon? But I'm not very familiar with it. But those red police, God, those nasty. And as you had said it, like you see a couple of the other soldiers who are just sort of nearby, off to the side, like kind of look over, head snap and look at you, kind of feel their faces go a bit more pale. Yeah, they nasty. Don't know a whole lot. What was it?
I noticed they were obviously they're wearing red, which implies Empire, but I've never seen them in the chain of command before. Are they new to you lot?
Well, they weren't with us when we left Luminor, that's for sure. They, I think they showed up, must have just been a few weeks ago, right? And the other guy, yeah, I think that's right, Tevin. Well, we ran into a bit of trouble, didn't we? And they came up, just struck a bunch of fear into some of us. These few people were, who were starting to have a bit of discontent and almost appeared to be suggesting we try and pack the whole thing in. Well, straight up, one of them just went forward, reached into his chest and pulled his heart right out. Nearly threw up when I saw it. Yeah.
Pretty convincing, I'll say that. Notice the Dread General, the big black bastard, definitely had a bit of a favour for him. Were they into him beforehand, do you think, or was ego downhill when they turned up?
From all of the time that we spent training and outside Val Luminor, I don't think I ever saw any of them with him. I mean, I only got conscripted recently, to be honest. But I'll tell you what, I've been racking my head about this. It's a bit strange, isn't it? Why the fuck did they come here? And who sent them if they weren't here to begin with? So I've been sort of pondering it, and I realised I think I've seen one of them before, or someone who looked like them. There was a big ceremony back there, wasn't it? Back in Val Luminor. I think it was the only time I ever saw the Empress, actually. Great big carriage led her through the city. She said some speech. I don't know, I wasn't really paying much attention. But I feel like I recall seeing one of them standing behind her or something, or was there escorting her. Don't recall exactly, but you know about the voices of the Empire, don't you? The mages. Different. It wasn't one of them. I could tell the robes were different. They're a bit more sort of darker. They've got these sort of dark bands over the shoulders, and the hoods are a bit deeper. Sorry, it struck my memory, didn't it?
And this Berber's face just gets quite grim.
But they seem to be, I don't know, I didn't hear a lot of the conversations, but they seem to be almost, I don't know, definitely working together, but almost like they had different orders or something, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember one of them were talking about the orders that they were told to come and sort things. There was a bit of a disagreement with old Blackmarsh at one point, and they were saying that they had been given orders specifically from their master to come and sort this shit out. So yeah, it almost sounded like someone else had sent them or something. It's all very confusing to me. I obviously don't ask any questions.
Yeah, fair enough. It's looking around the camp. How are you lads feeling about this sticking around thing? General feeling of the camp. People happy to stay here and strike out anew, or a lot of people wanting to pack up and head back into the Empire?
Well, I can speak for myself. I'll be pretty happy not touching a sword again, that's for sure. If these people here in the city want to take care of us, then shit, I'll work my part. Look, I was a merchant in Val Luminor, like 6 months ago. They came in and they just started grabbing people. Set up. There are legions of training camps outside the city. Went through a grueling 4 months of training. Look at my hands, and he shows them like blisters that are just clearly not super calloused, but like blisters of someone who's been spending a lot of time holding a sword recently. I wasn't cut out for this. Wasn't cut out for this at all.
Is there any among you that do want to head back?
Well, I just have to know the hearts of some of the people. I'm sure there's some loyalists to the Empire around, but wait, what are you proposing?
Well, I'll be honest. If people don't want to be here, they're just going to be a pain in the ass, and we'd rather them gone. And anyone who wants to be gone, well, that's less mouths that we need to feed. I'm sure I could organise a frost warden to get those people out of here, back over to the mainland at least. And in return, if one of them could carry me a message.
All right. I'll tell you what. If I do this, if I help you out, you can put in a good word for me.
Can definitely give it a go. I'm sure the best word you can put in around here is going to be hard work and doing your part. But
all right.
We'll see what we can do.
Well, I'll talk to the lads. I'll see what the way the wind's blowing. I'll see if I can figure out, isolate the ones who still got the itch and be in the Empire, and yeah, I'll let them know. Did you want me to take the message? I can grab a note or something for you and pass it along when they when they piss off.
I'll put one together, and when it happens, tell them to come to me, or I'll get someone to come to me. I'll give them the message to pass on, and who to pass it to, and we'll sort out a way out of here for them.
All right, fair enough. He looks up and there are loyalist soldiers around, and they're also sort of just nodding in acknowledgement to you. Any idea when you want to do this? We can go and grab a Frost Warden tonight if you like.
No, before we leave town, whenever that works out in terms of what's going on. There's no rush.
We'll send someone to find you. All right, cool. It's about this time that you hear sort of a whistle. Bunch of soldiers sort of group up and say, "There are people approaching across the snow." Bunch of soldiers come forward. Weapons start getting drawn. Bows get pulled out. Everyone's a bit tense. I mean, you can kind of see just coming as like the wind is blowing, a bunch of snow swirling, and as you get closer, you start to see there's like this big column of people approaching. I don't think Berberus would have any clue who this is. Is anyone else with you at this point, do you think? All right, we can say no. Everyone else is...
I'm sure some other people would have went with Berberus to the thing.
Right. Who did then?
At the very least, I'll send the owl out just to get eyeballs, check for weapons.
Yeah.
Dundar is not there.
There is a column of people. You can see there are a few very weathered and experienced looking people with like strong fur clothing and excellently maintained equipment. And then a column of a mixture of normal looking people, a couple of like slightly larger, maybe tougher looking people, a couple of children. A lot of people sort of holding like clubs and stuff like that. Like sort of like they've been putting makeshift weapons together almost. A few like sharpened stakes. For anyone who would be here that isn't Berberus, this is the column of people from Point Blackrock who have finally made it through the Frostway and look like they've been gearing up for a fight. But as they approach and they see that there are a lot of red cloaked soldiers tied up, they've caught on that things have potentially changed here. And as they come up, a bit of a conversation between the soldiers and this column. And the soldiers start sort of help escorting them into the city as they sort of all file in past you. Kai, are you there, do you think?
Only if Berberus asked me to come and help him.
I'm a grumpy bastard. I probably wouldn't have asked anyone. Something I would have been doing.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, I expect you would have just walked away from everyone without saying a word.
Cool, alrighty. Okay, cool. Anything else there, Berberus, or all good with that?
Nope, I'll just wait for word and head up somewhere to grab a pen and a bit of paper and start labouring over a message.
Yeah, cool. Is that something that you want to shoot me a note separately after the session, or?
I could probably sort it out now. I don't know if I'll give you the exact wording.
Yeah.
But one, it'll be finding someone who'll do it, finding someone brave enough to deliver it to the Empress herself.
Yeah.
Or at least into her one way or another.
Yeah.
And basically what I was saying last session was I'm not sure if these red cloaks are yours with the red wizards. If they are, this is a dark path. And while there's power in it, at the end of the day, there's nothing to rule in an empire of, grave dust and bone ash, because that's where that leads.
Yeah.
And if they aren't yours, then you need to clean your fucking house.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Can you roll me a D100 minus 50?
Oof.
So a D50.
Nah, it's different mathematics.
Who is gonna have the balls?
Sorry,
say that to the Emperor?
Beerus, if you could do that, yeah. Just, I think if you could just, there you go, you got it sorted. Oh,
I'm going
actually,
to that's not good.
Ouch.
I'm an idiot. That's not going to work, is it?
No.
I need to think of a formula that caps it. Okay, no, I've got it sorted. So you rolled a 23. I will make an adjustment. So there are about 900 people.
Yeah.
900 soldiers left. I will say that I'm going to make the adjustment by divide them by 50% already. So 450 potentials, and then you're going 23% of that. So should we say that that's roughly, let's just go 20%. So about 80. That's right, eh? About 80 soldiers can be found to have some sort of degree of loyalty, no interest at all in staying in the city, and they've been given the option to die, join, or get the fuck out. And some soldiers will be accompanying the Frost Warden that is found, and they will be looking to leave first thing in the morning. Or, well, they won't be looking to leave, they will be being made to leave first thing in the morning. Cool. So yeah, and you can find one of the guys who appears to be some sort of a ringleader amongst this group of 80, and ensure that he has the note. He kind of gets shoved down onto his knees. A couple of soldiers threaten him, and you can make it very clear, like, this note better make it. Otherwise, bad things. We will know if it doesn't or something. Cool. All right. Back on across the other side of the city, Kai, you're heading to St. Eveline's.
Who's coming with me? No one.
I might.
Well, I think I'm still learning spells, aren't I? All afternoon.
Oh yeah. You're with the King Maris's secretary or advisor.
The completely innocent woman who is a human, totally a human.
Keep an eye on. Okay, I'll stay with Dondar, so he's not on his own.
And I'll go with Kai.
All right.
Cool. I've got Arendor with me, and we head towards St. Eveline's to hit up a priest.
Yeah.
Recommended by King Marius.
Yep. And I think he probably would have sent his what would be the name? It's not like servant. Who's like the guy, like the main chauffeur?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the main sort of helper of the keep. He's the one that actually runs everything. He not really like a butler, but you know what I mean. Anyway, he sends that guy.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know what you mean. One of those errant messenger people.
Portier.
Yeah, something like that. The one who let you into the castle and showed you through earlier in the day. He comes with you, and maybe a group of other soldiers or something as well. And just when you arrive, he calls over to Brother Callum, who you would have actually met.
Brother Callum again? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, it's the same guy. He's the priest
I've
here.
met with you. Oh, so he's already got a good impression of me.
Yeah. He
You can always spoil it.
recognizes you.
Yeah.
So you can see there's still plenty of people here who are wounded in the temple. Big groups of people, but there are also now family members coming in, which there probably wouldn't have been super many before, because I think last time you were here it was quite late, but also the war was still going, things are still uncertain. But now that the good news has been sent around, you can see there are groups of families, small children who are leaning over their fathers, telling them the good news that the fight's finally over. So there's a decent crowd of people now packed in here into the temple. You do spy Alaris. She's currently off somewhere in the back, tending to someone. She kind of looks over and spots you as you come in, just sort of nods to you, gives you a smile. And yeah, Brother Callum was just in the middle of he's kneeling down, washing out some rags in a basin, as the group comes over and the servant says, "Brother Callum, the king said that you were to be recommended to our friend here, Kai. He has some words he would like to speak, and I believe some religious tidings to bring. So please give him your attention. I unfortunately have other matters to attend to today, so I will leave you be. Kai, Erendor." He nods and turns to leave, and the other soldiers go with him, leaving you guys alone with Brother Callum in St. Eveline's.
I just go, looks like you got your hands a little bit dirty, and I cast prestidigitation on the rags that he's washing.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, I never get tired of that. It's been some time since I've been able to call on such magics, but back in my day, I could teach you a thing or two, young lad. Anyway, what can I do to help you?
We just met with King Marius not so long ago, and he talked about bolstering the forces at Valnoran in a religious sense. I see that there are a lot of clerics around here that are under the worship of Thorgar, but I'm unsure of their combat capability. Can you fill me in on that?
Well, I mean, if you wanted a scuffle, I can tell you. No, fighting days are far beyond me. There are varying natures, varying degrees of skill among us. Most of us here in the temple are focused on healing, but if you're not particularly familiar with Torgar, he's a feisty god. A lot of us followers here almost worship the art of war, the making of weapons, the strategy, the tactics. It's all part of our religion. So many of us do, I would say, are that way inclined. Indeed. What in particular were you looking for?
I was looking for, in helping, leaving some sort of legacy in Valnoran that people like me could help the war front, and I pop my Twilight Sanctuary to show him.
Oh, blessed Torgar. Goodness me. He steps back. The light just radiates across the room here. A few of the other people, obviously turn to see this spectacle. It's incredible. I haven't seen such flagrant display of power in many years. Do you intend to teach some of our priests potentially some of this power?
I would like to try, but my power comes from the goddess of Saluna, the goddess of the moon. I'm unsure if they're compatible with your god, Torgar. But we can try. I can definitely try and teach it, but I'm unsure. That's why we're here to talk.
You said Alaris, goddess of the moon?
Not quite. An older god, Saluna, one long forgotten.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Can I ask for guidance from my goddess?
Yeah, I think absolutely. You're currently channeling divinity and glowing.
All right, cool.
Just to I guess in world, you can roll. So in world, and you would know from your travels, there are 7 gods. Saluna is not one of them. So you're coming to a holy place of worship where someone who has spent their entire life worshipping one of the 7 gods, and you're saying, I worship this other one. That's why there is some skepticism, right?
Blasphemer.
Oh shit.
Nat 20.
Yeah. Put me in a difficult spot here. Bro, oh my god. How are you gonna come in and tell a bunch of people that their religion is wrong?
I'm not telling that religion is wrong. I'm telling that there is additional gods that are unknown.
Yeah. Okay.
Gods with more power.
So not necessarily more power, just additional gods to the ones that they know of. Ones that are long lost, actually. I'll put it that way.
Long lost gods. Look, these old bones. I'm old. I don't know if I'm going to be any use to you. I personally find it difficult to believe. I've spent my entire life worshipping Torgar, but maybe I'm just of an older rank and file around here. I'll tell you
I
what.
wasn't asking you to convert your people of faith. I was asking to see if there were people willing to take up the offer that would, that are coming in. I know that there are people coming in to the city that were helping us in this battle, but I don't know when they'll arrive. But if I'm able to leave down a ritual and ways of performing the ritual, the ceremony, to see if we could get people to worship Saluna, to be able to help the people fight against the Empire in case there is a second fight. We've only just started this battle. We don't know what the Empire is up to. And we know that Valmiriel may require aid from Valnoran. And if we can get people like me to help save lives on the battlefront, then all the better, I'd say.
He his face, you see, like lit with this pale bluish glow that's emanating from you. He's an old dude. He's like hunched over a bit. His arms sort of hugging the sides of his body. The power you're showing, if it could be taught, I'm sure it would be greatly beneficial. Look, it's a difficult one to sell to someone like me, but there are others here, and I'm sure there are different ways of thought. So, how about this? Do you have some ritual in mind, some power, some display of power potentially? We could try and gather some people together. You could show something and see what they think. And maybe if you speak to some of our priests, you could teach them the rituals so that after you leave, you could, they could continue sort of teaching and passing the word.
Sure, I'll be willing to do that for the next few days while we're here. Yeah. I can show you the ceremony, Saluna's ceremony, and I can show you spirit guardians. And
something specific, something that they don't already know.
Do they know spirit guardians?
Every cleric knows spirit guardians.
Yeah, but they have to be a high level cleric, right?
Yeah, but
you can't just like make someone higher level. But I think teaching them stuff like Twilight Sanctuary might be.
Because you only have to be level 3 to be Twilight, to have Twilight Sanctuary.
Do whatever you want. This is me just butting in. Personally, I'd say you'd want to show them something specific to the domain that you're trying to convert them to.
Something that I don't know. I need to check this when I really need to check my character. That's not something specific. I can show them Moonbeam. I can show them, which is actually, yes, I will show them Moonbeam because I've reflavored Moonbeam. So yeah, we'll set up a time and I will show them. Or should I do it right now? Do you want me to show you right now?
Yeah, of course, sure. I mean, I'm curious to see it. You might want a bigger audience, but
oh no, Riv, my renamed spells have been
it would have
overridden.
I can I'll tell you what, you'll still have them. I will, because I made a copy of your character. I'll make it available for you and you can just copy them over.
Yes, how about that? We'll gather an audience later. Maybe tomorrow or tonight. Maybe tonight. Mm-hmm. And I'll show them the ceremony and I'll show them the reskin of Moonbeam, which is Lunar Spear Descent.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good. At this point, as this conversation is going on, you just hear a voice, Kai? And you turn around.
I turn around.
Yeah. You see Alan standing in the doorway. This is the woman that you converted on the Frostway.
Oh, this is my acolyte. I give her a hug.
Yeah, she comes over and you're glowing as well. And she sits back and is like, what's going on? Are you okay?
I'm okay. I was just showing the good brother Callum here what our goddess can do.
Oh.
You've seen this before,
It's
right?
incredible, isn't it? She leans over and says to Callum, It's really incredible. Like this god, the concept of there being other gods, older gods, isn't it amazing? At this, you see Callum just like completely bemused. He went from being like kind of skeptical, like, okay, there's this new age guy, maybe he's like just a little bit confused about what's going on. Maybe he had some fever dream, to now there's a second person who has also proclaimed the same thing. And you see like a man whose entire religious life is starting to crumble before his eyes as different possibilities are now opening to him. He's like, yeah, wow, it's certainly a lot to think about. Alan will just sort of like recount to you the journey and how it went and how she started trying to spend her own time speaking to the goddess as well, and even started trying to talk to some of the other people and convince them to consider it as well. Hasn't had like a ton of success so far, but a few people have been listening.
All right. So in the next few days, I will attempt to train Arlen and whoever wants to learn Twilight Sanctuary and reskin a Moonbeam.
Yep.
And healing spells. But I guess they would already have healing spells.
Yeah.
Maybe Goodberry. Goodberry would be an amazing spell to have. Yeah.
That's a druid spell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a healing spell. That's a food spell.
Yeah.
And prestidigitation for cleaning bandages. That'd be amazing too.
All right. That's the one.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Cool. All right. I think as we're starting to come to our close, did you want to do the armor?
Oh,
now
yeah.
as
Yeah,
well?
I'd like to pop out the armor and ask him
Yeah.
one last thing, brother Callum. How would I go by, since you're trained in crafting armors and stuff, I have this evil armor procured from the dead body of General Dreadmarsh. Or is it General Blackmarsh? No,
Blackmarsh.
General Blackmarsh. And I need to purify it in order to turn it into a shield or reuse the material. We can't have evil things like this hanging around in this world.
He reaches out, lays a hand on it, and quickly takes his hand back away. He sort of starts massaging it like it was hot or cold or something. What you carry is some evil armor. The darkness inside it needs to be purged. I would recommend meditating on this and communing with your god. It feels like the sort of darkness that lightness needs to send fleeing.
All right, I will go to. Do you have a private space where I can commune with my god quietly, like a praying room or something?
Of course, yeah. Towards the back of the temple. Alan says, "Do you want me to come with you, Kai?"
If you want, we can both commune with the goddess. We share the same goddess. That is perfectly fine with me.
Very curious. All right. The brother Callum can lead you to the back room. There's a simple sort of modest praying chamber here. Nice sort of altar out the back. Windows sort of scattering around in the top parts of the room. Light is just starting to shine through. Although I think it's now starting to get darker. Yeah, so maybe a little bit of moonlight is actually starting to come through the windows above. You can, what do you want to do with it? How do you approach this?
I take out the armor and place it all on the ground.
Yeah.
And I pull out the moonstone and I hand it to Arlen to hold on to. This is a moonstone. And I guess we attempt to... Does she know guidance by any chance?
I think so. Yeah, it's a cantrip, right?
Yeah, we'll cast guidance on ourselves and attempt to commune with Seluna to see how we might purge this darkness from the armor, or the evil from the armor.
Yeah. Okay. The armor's laid out in front of you. sort of like arranged it in more or less the same way that an armor would be laid out if you were wearing it. You kneel down. Alan just sort of places her hand on your shoulder as she tries to sort of channel her concentration through you, but she lets you take lead here as she is still very new to this. You sort of reach out and touch the armor as you start focusing, and you immediately feel like that same darkness, that cold, that evil. There's something that's almost trying to like pull you in or something. As you start touching it, the light from the windows above grows a bit brighter. You feel like subtly it's increasing. The moonlight starting to bathe the inside of the room here. Your hand touching the armor starts to get hot. At first you think it might be getting cold, like it's sapping warmth from you, but you realize it's actually getting hot, and it's getting hotter, and it's getting hotter. The armor itself doesn't seem to be changing color, but as you try to like maybe pull your hand back, as you're sort of trying to concentrate and almost direct your will through it, your hand is stuck to it. You can't move it. The heat starts to just increase ever more, and you start stressing out.
Do I take damage?
You need to take a Constitution saving throw is what you need to do.
Well, I'm actually gonna cast Channel Divinity because I'm afraid of the armor, so I need protection, and I'm also going to starry form dragon as this is happening.
Yep.
So you want me to take?
Yep. A Constitution saving throw. Yeah.
Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is actually a 10 plus 3, so 13.
10 plus 3?
Oh, because styrofoam.
Ah, excellent. All right. 13 was what you wanted there. So you take half of this as damage, since you successfully saved.
All right, let me roll my, what's it called? Twilight Sanctuary, 1d6 plus 4. Oh, it's plus 5 actually. Oh no, plus 4. So I take how much damage?
6.
I take 6. Oh, okay. Twilight Sanctuary mitigates it, so it goes to 4 for my TP.
Mm-hmm. Cool. You feeling this heat and burning you instinctively try to pull back again, but your hands are still stuck to it. You feel Alan's hand on your shoulder, and she sort of encouragingly squeezing you. You got this. Your vision starts to almost darken around the edges as the armor is all you can currently focus on. And you hear a voice. Is it from inside your mind? Is it from the armor itself? You're not too sure, but this voice speaks to you. And it's almost like there are two voices. There's a deep, menacing, evil voice. Sounds kind of like maybe General Blackmarsh. But there's also like a woman's voice mixed in there as well. This whispering, evil-sounding woman's voice. You killed me, but you have my hunger. Let me in, and you will never fear death again. Tell me, why do you fight the Empire? How do you respond?
The Empire took everything from me. My family, my life. I have no remorse for the Empire.
What do you want? What do you want?
I want to purge the evil from the land, just like the armor right here.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw. Sorry, it'll be charisma saving throw.
Charisma? Oh, saving throw.
Okay. That is a failure. The voice says, yes, that's right. The shadows are the ones that give you strength. At this, you feel like a jolt up inside your body, and your head like almost gets flung back. Your vision now completely goes. You're in a temple. You're in the Stoneheart, actually. You're sitting on the throne. You look down, you see black armor that you're wearing, and there are people in front of you, kneeling. These are your companions. These are the rest of the Bloody Nails. What do you do?
I know this is a vision, I attempt to take the armor off me. Am I wearing the armor?
Yeah.
I go, what is this? This can't be real. Do I discern this is real?
And it looks pretty real.
What am I holding? What is in my hands?
I don't think there's anything in your hands, just the black steel gauntleted gloves.
Do I see the sword?
You've reached for it. Yep, it's over your shoulder.
All right. And I stab myself with it.
Okay.
Through my body.
Roll a wisdom saving throw. Oof. Okay. Unfortunately, another failure.
Wait. That's wisdom saving throw
Mm-hmm.
with thing. I think all my wisdom saving throws with... Let's see. Wisdom check, constitution. Oh, it's a wisdom... Is a wisdom check a saving throw or no? It's different, right?
Yeah.
Context.
Your wisdom check would be like insight or perception.
All right. So it's not saving throw. Okay.
No, saving throw.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I fail.
Okay. You feel the darkness start to swarm around you, the pain in your chest. Looking down, the blood starting to seep through the gashing wound, and the blood starts to cover your entire body, like up towards your face, and you feel yourself getting completely surrounded by it. And then, like this sickening feeling as you're sucked down through the floor, flying through the earth, flying through space. You see stars starting to whiz past you, and you come slamming down, and you look around. You're in a starry area. In front of you is a shadowy figure that almost seems to be mimicking the way that you move. You see its form looks very much like your own. Roll initiative.
What? I was not expecting this, but okay.
All right. Let me...
Is my Twilight Sanctuary still up?
No.
And my...
Nope.
All right.
Let me... No, that's fine. Cool. Okay. This shadowy figure that appears to be you steps forward. You can see it has a dagger in each hand, and it's going to take 2 slashes at you rapidly as it like almost moves faster than the eye can see as it runs straight up to you and takes 2 slashes. Actually, I'll probably just start rolling with d20s because otherwise it's going to take a while. 13 misses. Ooh, so that'll be a 17 plus 6. I think that probably hits, right?
Nope, because it pings off my shield spell.
What does that put your AC to?
24.
Okay. Okay, 23. Yeah, it misses. And it comes to your turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna brute force this guy. I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians at 5th level. Oh, I can't see. Wait. Where am I? Oh, I can't see me.
You're like here, right?
Yeah. Where's the shadowy? Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
He's like right in front of me.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was the ground. Sorry. I was like.
All right.
Okay. So he has to roll a wisdom save of 17, or the shadow does.
Cool. You
Or take 5d8 radiant damage, or half.
All right, you can roll the damage. Cool. All right.
And I will starry form myself again into dragon constellation. Where's
Sweet.
my starry?
You see, as the spirit guardians sort of like emanate from you, what form are they taking this time? Is it the swords again?
Yeah, the same blade shards
Yeah.
that swarm around me like a sea of silvery blades.
You see them sort of pass through the shadow. It does seem to have some effect on it. Like you can see it almost flinch a little bit, but it doesn't have the same sort of effect that you'd normally expect.
Interesting.
All right, cool.
And I end my turn, yeah.
Uh, 23 and a 18.
18 doesn't hit, but 23 does.
Okay. How much damage does their dagger do? It's just a normal dagger, right? Cool. So you take this much damage. And you take a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
It's your turn. It's actually going to like pass straight through you and spin around behind you.
Where do I...
So the dots underneath your portrait.
Exhaustion. I'm looking at exhaustion. Is it in my, what's it called, tab? Temporary effects?
You wanna go to your portrait on your main page, and there are 6 circles right underneath the picture.
Just click one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's new. I didn't know. Yeah. Okay. What does that do for me?
So the first one, it'll mean that you get like a -1 to every level of exhaustion. It reduces your speed. And if you get 6 levels of exhaustion, you die instantly.
Oh shit, okay,
so you see it like after the first couple of misses and it failed to smash through your shield, it passed straight through you to try and come from behind, and 2 slashes, one of them managed to get through your defense. And it's over to your turn.
Alright. Does it take damage on its turn? It ends its turn in Spirit Guardian, so it has to do another wisdom saving throw.
Cool. This is a +9, so yeah.
So it takes half, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool.
So 9
4
radiant damage.
Yep. You can see that it barely seems phased by it at all.
God damn. So if magic doesn't work, what do I see around me at the moment?
Yeah, it's sort of like an endless dark expanse. The only things that seem to give you any comfort or are these little shining bits of starlight and moonlight that are circling you. You are on a floating platform out in just a sea of endless stars.
Do I see the moon?
No, not at this point.
Right, I see stars, and I'm not doing damage to this guy whatsoever. Or not much damage, but he's a reflection of myself. I'm gonna ignore him, and I'm gonna dodge. No, I can't do 2 things at once, right? I'm gonna attempt to commune with Saluna for help.
Okay.
And I'm going to close my eyes and concentrate.
All right. Do you want to drop the spell in the chat?
It's not a spell, I don't think. Is it a spell?
It was. Could be wrong.
I don't have commune with God. I'm just going to... You mean guidance, or do you mean...
Not sure.
Ceremony?
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Regardless, so do you essentially just kneel and try to pray?
Yes, and I try to pray.
Cool. Do you want to roll a religion check?
Sure.
Okay. You reach out, but something on the periphery, maybe something is trying to reach you, something's trying to break through, but it's just you can't quite grab it yet.
Right. Bonus action, can't do anything. I guess I end my turn.
Cool. This time he jumps up on top of you and tries to stab down with 2 daggers. As you're praying, one of them will be a 22.
I react with shield again. Wait, just one? Is it just one?
One of them's a 17, which misses.
All right,
and the other one will be a 23.
I'm just gonna take the hit. He's not doing much damage to me.
Okay.
And plus Twilight Sanctuary is refreshed again, so it's not gonna do anything to me.
Cool. So 3 damage and another point of exhaustion.
Just a reminder that at 6 points of exhaustion, you die.
Yeah, I got thing. Okay.
Cool. That will end the Shade's turn. It kind of like zips around again, trying to get at you from another side. Brings us back to your turn.
Yes, I am gonna still keep concentrating on this. I need to connect with Saluna in order to find a way to get out of here.
Excellent. Roll another religion check.
Oh my, this is so hard. It's so black. I can't concentrate on anything while this guy is wailing on me.
2 more attacks come in. Oof. 19 plus, plus 6, 25. So I think even with shield, that's going to come through.
Yep,
So,
I take the hit because I know I trust in the protection the goddess is giving me, and Twilight Sanctuary is negating all that damage.
Yep. 6 damage and another point of exhaustion. You should probably roll Spirit Guardian's damage twice.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I will. Wait, he needs to roll. You need to roll wisdom for me. And I'll just roll 5d8. All right.
Oh wow, yeah, 2 failures. Cool. All right. Good, and that one is this. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's the shields are starting to tear at some of its essence, but you get the feeling that this is not the way. This is not the way you need to be dealing with it. Even though it's like its fiber, its being is starting to be torn to shreds. There is something else that you're missing here. Okay, cool. I think that comes back to your turn.
Yeah, so I will do my religion check again.
There it is, natural 20. At this, you feel there's a hand on your shoulder, and you realize, is this in your head? Is it actually real? Did you get sucked down somewhere? What is going on right now? As you try to reach out, the very fabric of reality above you starts to tear open, and you can see just moonlight comes pouring through. Beyond the veil, you can see just the perfect moon that you recognize from your own world is peeking through now and bathing you. And a voice speaks to you. It seems like 2 voices at once again. This time, a very familiar voice that you've heard in your dreams for the last few months, mixed in with the voice of Alan as well, you think. And it just says, remember, the path is about redemption. I think that ends your turn, unless you got anything else you wanted to do.
Redemption. Okay. Yes. Okay. That ends my turn.
Cool. 2 more swings. 23.
Yep, that hits.
You gonna throw up a shield?
Nope, because I'm just gonna rely on Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay. That's gonna be 2 hits then if you don't put up a shield.
Oh, 2 hits.
Yeah.
That's
2 more dots of exhaustion.
Oh, 2 more dots. Actually, I will throw up a shield. I didn't know every hit was a point of exhaustion.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
as these daggers are slicing through, you can feel like
there's.
cutting into your very soul.
Yep, I will throw up a shield. I will burn a. I need to go to my level 1 spell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hand pops up this time in the middle of your prayer. Actually, I don't even think you intentionally do it. It's almost like your god itself throws up a barrier around you, as the daggers that would deal a deadly blow to your soul get repelled by a moonlit shield. Excellent. And as that happens, the voice again just says, "Redeem." All right, your turn.
roll wisdom.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, look at that.
Cool.
Redeem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask the goddess, what do I do? What do I do? Do I just jump off this rock to redeem myself? Do I let the shade kill me in this astral plane?
I think from your natural 20 on the previous round, we will let that carry forward into this one. And the voice comes through again and says, "The way to dispel darkness is not by fighting it. It is by bringing it to the light. When a shadow is cast by wounds of untold and timeless agony, only the light can heal away such darkness."
Right. Alright, I will. Is that my turn, or can I cast a spell?
No, that's just another, I think that's just another voice that comes through to you. So you can take your action.
I'm thinking, should I attempt to cast a light spell? We'll see if this does anything. I cast light on my weapon. On my shield, actually. I cast light on my shield.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to have any effect. The light shines up and it doesn't even really pierce the shadow of the creature in front of you at all.
Right. Then I must become the light. So yeah, I end my turn and I try and figure it out.
I think 2 misses this time. Now that you're starting to focus a bit more on the creature in front of you, you're able to duck and weave and dodge out of these. Brings us back to your turn. We'll do another saving throw. Alright, that will be, I think, a pass actually, because it'll be a 19. So we'll take the damage there.
Alright, I attempt to redeem myself and become a beacon of light through my thoughts and prayers.
To expel darkness from the body, you must cure it, redeem those who are bathed in shadow.
I am trying to... I'm not sure.
Do you want to pray one more time?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast guidance. Should I cast guidance, or I need to pray one more time because Kai has no idea.
I think it's more of a Lassa has no idea.
that too.
Another
natural 20. How much exhaustion have you got left?
3.
Okay. So this will be your action.
Yep.
I probably know. Would you like a hint? Or are you good?
I'm good because being a cleric is hard, and this is D&D.
Yeah.
And
You're good.
I'm trying to think of the perfect thing that doesn't completely give it away, but gives you the right direction, because natural 20, 2 natural 20s in a row is amazing.
yes, praying helps a lot.
When we last spoke, I told you the way forward was not to fight the Empire. It is a evil that must be cured from within. Healing wounds is not done with weapons. It is done with the light. You must heal the wounds of our enemies. We must not destroy them.
I think I get it.
2 attacks come in. One will be a 18, which I think misses your armor class.
Misses.
It comes around this side again, takes another swing at you. This time you just duck back as the blade just whizzes right in front of your belly.
All right. So do I see that the Spirit Guns is doing negligible damage? So I should
It's basically doing
attempt
nothing to it. Yeah.
doing nothing. So I can drop Spirit Guardians, but I will keep Twilight Sanctuary up. And I will cast. I will attempt to heal this shadow entity of mine that looks exactly like me with a level 4 cure wounds.
All right. $37 healing. Oof. You reach out with both your hands. You grasp.
I grapple it. I grapple it
Yeah.
and give it a bear hug.
You almost hug it into you as your hands dig into it. You can just feel it struggling and starting to screech like. Rah! It's like sword daggers are just starting to try and dig into your back, but they're just like bouncing off your armor. You pour 37 healing, translating into 67 damage. Just the fabric of this entity in front of you just immediately bursts, and you're left just holding just pure light. It's like yourself a mirror again, but this time you recognize that it wasn't actually you. It wasn't like this new figure that is just a sort of amorphous body. It's slightly taller than you, just bathed in light. It just sort of starts to pass through your hands and fade away, and almost fade into the background. It almost becomes another star floating around you. At this, you find yourself blinking. You blink again, and when you blink, you are immediately back in the room, kneeling with Alan, and you can see Alan is like looking absolutely stressed right now. She's like, she's almost standing up, trying to like hold you steady. Tears are starting to pour down her eyes. She's like, "Hey, you're right, Kai. What's going on? What's going on?"
I yell out, "Wait! Don't go!" towards that glowy figure.
Yeah.
I had things to ask it, but it's too late.
What happened? And as you kind of start to come back to consciousness here in the room, you look around. There is just fading light. Well, that is the wrong map, isn't it? Oh, why don't we stick with this one? It's nice. The there was clearly like a big burst of moonlight in the room because the light is starting to fade a bit from essentially a spotlight that was shining on you, and now it's starting to fade away back into the normalcy of the moon. Looking down in front of you, you see the armor still laid out exactly as it was, but now every single surface of that black steel that almost was like veined with bits of red angry steel inside it is now this beautiful, like polished white sheen with almost like sparkling blue, glowing metal within it.
I start laughing. We did it. We did it.
You can see from behind you, you hear a voice. My gods. And Brother Callum had come and was watching, and his face is just in awe. Alan was like, Kai, what was that? What happened? Are you all right?
You should have been here. You should have been here.
I was with you the whole time.
I was transported to this astral plane, and I had to fight a shadowed version of myself. And I was fighting it, but I couldn't do anything until I reached out to the goddess, and she told me to redeem myself, heal the evil from within.
That is the way. That is what she teaches, right? You yourself said this to me just some nights ago. Well,
It's taken a long time for me to get my head around fighting the darkness. I always thought if we could just kill it, it would go away. But I guess finally I can see that the prophecy is real.
she kneels in front of you and clearly just starts praying. And she looks over and, that's awfully beautiful. What do you plan to do with that?
I don't like the armor, but I do need a new shield. So I look at my busted up wooden shield that I had from the very, very beginning with splintered arrows stuck in it.
Yeah.
All the way from the goblin days. I think we'll turn into something nice, and if anyone wants to make something out of it, out of the other pieces, they're willing to do whatever they want.
You see, she immediately, like, her eyes light up and she's incredibly inspired by this. Unfortunately, no, this all didn't get transformed. That is still in the bag somewhere.
Yep. No, I left it in the bag on purpose.
She like pulls you to the feet and says, let's do it right now. Look at the evening. She points up through the sky. It's the perfect time. Come, you must know, there must be some armor smith in the city. The armor smiths here of Valnoran are legendary. Let's find someone. Let's do it right now.
I think I know exactly the person. There's an amazing dwarf smith by the name of Helda. We can hit her up after I get my breath of exhaustion back.
All right, I'll grab this for you and lean on me. I'll take us there. Just point the way. And she starts collecting it together, and she calls over to Callum like, do you mind helping us, Father? He's like, oh, of course. Not that fast, but I'll do what I can. He comes over and tries to grab a few of the pieces as well. Together you can bundle them all up.
I'll take them out of his hands.
Yeah. Erendor slips in as well and starts helping. And together they can,
the bag of holding.
Yeah, they can support you as you're, struggling to walk down the streets. But eventually you find yourselves back at the smithy that you were at earlier with Helda. It's late in the evening now, but you can hear a bit of hammering coming from inside the Ashen Forge. And you come inside and you see, hang on 1 minute. What the hell? Do you guys hear any sound coming from my microphone?
I can hear some weird booping sounds. Like
There was a little bit there, not a huge amount. But...
Oh, it's a fucking motorbike outside. What? Holy shit, it was so loud. It gave me a fucking heart attack. I was like, there's like a monster or something. Bro, it's like midnight. Who's revving a motorbike that loud? Holy. God. We got some new
what neighborhood are you living in?
It's normally a super nice and chill neighborhood, eh? Wow. Sorry about that, guys.
We know Riv lives in the Bronx.
Yeah.
I legit didn't hear it, so
Oh man, no, I'm sorry about that, guys. You come inside and you see Helder just looks like she's finishing up some stuff, but she sees you come in. I mean, she looks over and sees this pile of this like polished, silvery, bluish steel. She cocks her head and starts to reach out and ask what on earth this is for. But you see, like, she almost freezes in place. And her eyes, as she like blinks, you see just immediately get covered with bluish glow. Like her eyes are just like two shining beacons of blue. And she just points at the nearby anvil.
All right.
Do you go and place it down, I assume?
I place it down.
Yep.
I go, I did it.
Hammer
We did
down!
it earlier. Yes, was it just yesterday? I think it was just yesterday. This is the same armor from yesterday.
Yeah. She actually ignores you entirely. It's almost like she doesn't hear you. You place the armor down on the anvil, and she just like pushes you back a bit. And you see she pulls out 2 hammers, and she just gets to work. She moves with a speed that you've like never seen before. This is not possible. This is not human strength.
Let's make it even faster with enhanceability.
Oh, hell yeah. The moon now fully shining through the clouds, broken down, is absolutely bathing this workshop with moonlight.
Which you want, dexterity or strength?
I think either would be fantastic.
Or intelligence. It's like, I have no idea.
Whatever you think would be best.
Let's give her dex. Dex
Nice.
makes everything look nice, I suppose.
Yeah. She immediately starts to even pick up the pace even more than before as you sort of reach out to the moonlight and start to focus it onto her. This is like there is something special happening right now. This is a magical moment. The armor gets crushed together, starting to get melted, welded, folded, hammered, chucked back into the heat, brought out, quenched. Just cycles of massaging this into shape, into place. She hasn't even asked what you want, but she's just working, and you get the feeling that an hour goes by, 2 hours go by. It's probably
going to burn
about
up my spell slots. She's going to burn off all my spell slots with enhanceability.
it's probably about midnight when she finally pulls it out, drops it into water, and takes a step back, and she almost collapses. She like steps back, her arm like heavily catches herself on the table, and the blue light that was shining through her eyes just sort of blinks and flutters and disappears. And you see Helder now. She looks up and goes, "Kai, Erendil, what's going on? What happened?" She's just like completely confused, and you can hear off to the side just like this hissing, bubbling barrel of water.
You were consumed.
You've been lost in your work.
She looks down, sees the hammer, her hands are exhausted. Yeah, it seems like it. I've got no memory. What happened? What was I making?
You tell us.
You didn't even ask us. You said, you looked at us, your eyes glowed blue for a couple of hours, and you were just doing your thing.
She looks over at the quenching barrel that is still currently hissing a bit. Gets up slowly, looks over inside. You can see just like her eyes just sort of widen as she's seeing the creation that she has no memory of, and pulls out a pair of steel tongs, reaches inside the barrel and lifts it up and turns for you all to see. And it's this large, beautifully shaped, perfectly like spotless shield made of this luminescent, almost white, bluish steel. The rim of the shield is a nice dark blue color. Somehow the steel itself, when it was being forged, took on extra light, or extra like moonlight or something, and the color itself changed. I think, Kai, I will leave it up to you to sort of add any additional embellishments around how you think it should look. But one key feature is that on the front of it, there are 3 big slots, circular, that are almost like indentations that are like built into it and are surrounded by that same sort of dark blue steel. She hands it over to you, and it feels like as soon as your hands touch it, before the steel was that cold, evil armor, this feels like, it feels right. It's that warm, it's like a glove fitting you instantly. I will drop an item over into your inventory, Kai.
Amazing.
There you go, so feel free to read that.
I'm going to read it out to everyone who's here. I think Erendor's here, and so is Arland. Where is this? Okay. So this shield, once per day, as an action, you may focus your mind on the shield. Make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw. On a success, you feel a subtle instinctive pull in the direction of the nearest blessed moonstone. On a failure, the shield remains silent until the next dawn. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to speak to Arland. Pass me the moonstone I lent you earlier before I went into... before I got knocked out.
You see Alan is like, sorry, Alan, by the way, A-L-I-N. She is like on her knees at this point, and she is still clutching the stone in her hands, and just tears are pouring down her eyes. She has witnessed miracles that she could not have possibly believed this evening. And she just, like, without word, opens her hand and gives it to you.
Actually, I let her socket the stone into the shield.
You hold the shield forward for her, and I think she, nodding, understands, reaches out the stone, and it's almost like a magnet. As soon as it gets close, just it gets sucked in and slots perfectly. The shield almost glows for a second, just a flash, and the stone embedded in the front of the shield looks like it should have always been there. So what I'm going to do is very short-lived. I'm going to delete that item from your inventory and add a new one. There you go.
Cool. Oh wow, it gets additional abilities. Alright, once per short rest, as a reaction, when a creature you see targets you within a melee attack, or everyone can see this, right?
Yeah.
They may use your reaction to unleash a sudden flash of silvery white moonlight from the shield.
God damn it, Riv. An Aegis shield?
Yeah. That's pretty cool. How much do I owe you, Zelda, for all your hard work? You were here for quite a few hours. I was giving you some guidance, some assistance, but yeah. Work should always be paid for, I believe.
I honestly don't know. I am struggling to comprehend what happened.
You know what? I'm gonna leave 200 gold on the bench.
She's just scratching her head. She's confused. Yeah.
It's beautiful. This is your handiwork. Even if a god was guiding you through this, you still made it with your hands.
All right. I think she's just like, she's kind of shut down a bit. She's like, wow, I lost a couple hours of my life. These crazy people are here and I don't know what's going on. But she's not like angry or upset or anything. She's baffled. She is baffled. All right. So the shield, if you attune to it, you'll see it is actually a +1 shield as well. Now that you've socketed the gem. And it's got the little reaction thing.
Cool. This is so cool. I guess we better leave you, Hilda. You seem pretty tired.
All right. Well, this was maybe come back and chat tomorrow. I think I need to go and sleep. I would be very interested to look at that some more.
Sure. We'll come back tomorrow once you're You're well rested.
All right. Good night.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, and you leave. Cool. All right, I think with that we will.
We'll end the session.
Yeah. Yeah. For the rest of you guys, sorry, thanks for sticking in there. I'm sorry that took way longer than I was expecting. I was thinking maybe 20-minute, quickly smash that out. But yeah, thanks for sticking in there. Yeah, cool. Alrighty, we've done it. We've done Valnoran. We've got plans. We've got next steps, I think.
We got the plans.
Yeah.
She did it.
Lisa, I thought I was about to kill you.
I thought so too.
We all thought so.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't brute force kill this guy. I thought I was gonna like just shred him with like the what's it called, Spirit Guardians.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not working.
Did anyone else pick up what I was trying to get him to do?
At the first time.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Either a restoration or something at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, I only had healing spells. I didn't have like a lesser restoration or anything else prepared in my spells.
Yeah. Well, that would have been interesting.
Yeah, because I'm always like, I go on the offense, and it's
Yeah.
like I'm just gonna kill shit, and
Yeah. I think I was going to
Yeah,
have...
see now, would you have had Lassa actually die? Or would you have had him basically be possessed?
I was like, if I die and become possessed, I'm gonna go for it and just like massacre everybody.
Yeah.
Motor hobo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the yeah, I guess Kai's probably unsure really what was going on with the armor. You noticed there's some soul or something that had been bound to it. Yeah, but I guess that's pretty cool. It's sort of the whole path thing that had been laid out for you a while back. I feel like this was a good step on that way. But
I got lucky with some of those rolls, so that was really
Very lucky.
yeah. Yeah, two nat 20s in a row. Like, I got to give you something. there. I think I was going to have her come in and try and give you a few clues once you started getting low on the exhaustion. But, like, there's a chance where you've, like, 4 exhaustion in and they roll 2 hits or something and, like, well, fuck. Goodbye. Which would have been wild. Yeah, good times. What else? What else happened? Rio. Sorry, JC. Yeah?
I could be fishing by now.
I feel real bad about the whole elf situation.
Did you try and say something earlier? Because I heard, all right, I'm putting the be right back screen up, and I was like, right, I've been holding a piss for like 20 minutes, so I just jumped straight up. Then I thought I heard my name. I'm like, oh, I'm gone now.
Yeah. Oh boy. That would have been very interesting if you had succeeded your saving throw.
I mean, I was close to showing her the ring, but I thought that would have gone a little bit longer. I wasn't expecting to just be like, oh, yeah, you don't know anything. All right, poop, fuck you, you're gone.
elves, man. She was cold as.
Yeah.
So, I
Never
mean,
trust her.
she should be able to tell that I was like stupidly young, right?
Probably, yeah.
Then again, elves always look young, don't they? Regardless
What
of.
What if you're not actually young? You can't remember.
Yeah, what happens if we never asked? But what happens if you like look young, but you're like 1,000 years old? Like if you're cursed or something.
I'm telling you, man, there's secret elves hidden everywhere. It's the elf Illuminati. They're everywhere.
The Empress is secretly an elf.
Oh shit.
Oh my god!
That'd be a crazy twist.
She's secretly an elf and banished all the other elves. Yeah, that makes sense.
It'd be even more messed up. The Empress is Erendor's mum.
Oh,
Damn.
spoilers.
No comment.
Cool.
What? Erendor's the father?
No, Erendor's the son, but he's had his memory modified, so he doesn't remember.
You think Corvus was the only spy in the party?
Yeah.
True.
And Erendor's a secret. What's it called? Eye of. What is it? Not an eye. What are
Eye of
those
the
secret
Empire.
assassin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Eye of the Empire.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
the
boy.
head of the Eye of the Empire.
There was no rebellion the whole time. It was all empire on empire.
We'll talk Death
Yep.
Mouse.
Mhm.
All right, cool. Good times.